Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of joining, my name is Ben. Make sure that you basically subscribe to this channel. On this channel, we share information, we analyze, we discuss matters that matters. We don't just jump into conclusion. We look at every angle and we come up with a solution. We don't have any loyalty. You are following this platform. I don't own it. I'm sharing it with you. The owner of this platform is in America. We don't even know who they are. So they give us opportunity to be able to fellowship together. So when you come on this platform, respect the house. Contribute your point, make your decision, and move on. If this is not what you like, trust me, there are millions streaming going on now on YouTube. You can just step out and go join them. But if this is where you want to be, make sure you're productive, like, share, and make other people aware of what we're doing here. If you have any disagree with the host, which is myself, or any other person that contributed, respectfully disagree with them. On this platform, we do insult people. So if you bring insult, trust me, my mouth no good at all. If you bring argument, we'll argue it respectfully. We'll disagree to agree. We do not run a court-like group. On this platform, you are allowed to ask questions. You are allowed to disagree. But you're not allowed to ask anybody to shut up, not to talk. You will talk, I will talk. Okay? Let's have a fun this evening. I want to thank you guys for joining. And if you have not subscribed on the YouTube channel, subscribe. It's very important. They may chase us from YouTube or from TikTok, or we will land here. So they may chase us from YouTube, we will land on TikTok. Currently, I'm streaming on Facebook, Ninja 24 News, and I'm also streaming live on our platform on TikTok. And also, I'm trying to connect our website so that our stream can land there as well. I want to thank you guys for joining. My name is Ben, and I run this platform. But I share it with you. For God's sake, respect the house, respect the house. Thank you for joining. I want to thank you guys. Nigeria, what is going on, guys? Somebody is requesting on TikTok. Let me see who is that. Okay, our sister Belmont is there. Let's give her a round of applause. Belmont, you're welcome to this channel. Okay, Belmont is here. Belmont, can you hear me? I want to hear you if you can hear me over there. Lovely, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Sorry, I'm trying to organize myself so that I can be very, very respectful tonight. First of all, we want to start with Yabojo's wedding. Yabojo's daughter Priscilla got married yesterday. We want to talk about it. Let's start on a lighter note. By the way, congratulations to the two couple, Jim Jules and Priscilla. You guys have the wedding of the year, if not for the century. Balmo, did you watch the picture of the wedding?
No, I'm not a socialite. I don't do this stuff.
Oh, you have to. It's good though. It's good sometimes to just relax. I know it's good sometimes to relax.
Yeah, quite all right. But I didn't see it anyway.
Yeah. I want to tell you something. For those of you guys on YouTube, you will see the video I'm going to play now. Those of you guys on TikTok, I'm sorry. You might not be able to see the video. I'll try to flash it to you once in a while. Honestly speaking, the wedding is the wedding of century. I have so much respect for Yabojo. I've never met her, to be honest with you, but I know this woman is actually Queen's mother indeed. Now, I was watching one of her videos when she was telling her daughter at the age of 23 or 22 that she must get married before 25 years old. And I said, as a father, that is something I actually appreciate. She was predicting their future for them and telling them, you must get married on this also time, you must graduate, you must finish your school, and you must make sure every boyfriend that is coming to you, they are serious and they want to be married. So, and it happened somehow, her prediction came to pass. That is why I keep on telling people, fear people that swear with universe, because the universe are bearing us witness. That is why I often invoke universe on anybody that makes me angry. I don't call God because God is too patient. You're laughing.
Me and you are on the same page on that one.
I do not call God.
Again, and they call universe.
Now, God is too patient. I call the universe.
And they call my chi.
Yes, I call the universe. Today on my comment section, somebody told me, Mr. Ben, you are a killer. You kill 2 girls in Nigeria. I say, if I kill 2 girls in Nigeria, may I not see December? But if I don't, you that say that, you will not see December, or something that matter to you will not see December. And I seal that prayer with every eye that see that comment, and I seal it with the universe. Because I didn't kill anybody. I did not support anybody to kill anybody. I did not hear anything. So you came on my platform and put a name like that for me. So I have to tell you, if you are sure of what you are saying, I command the universe to retaliate. And I put myself in the front. People think life is a joke. That's why some people are struggling all their life. Some people, their unborn seed has been cursed already. The children, when they never born, they don't curse them already because of which they use their mouth and their finger. They type on internet without verification. Now, Balmore, you asked me to verify some information. I saw your video. We are going to discuss that in a moment.
All right.
I want to thank you guys for joining. On this platform, I am not joking. I'm fully prepared to go all the way to reveal truth behind any information you are seeing online. And I put my credibility on it. I put my name on it. A lady called me yesterday, one of our fantastic followers, a sister. She said, Mr. Ben, how do you do it? Mr. Ben, how do you do this thing? What is your source of strength? I said, I don't even know. Between the month of May last year, May, from the May the 22nd to almost January, I fight the biggest battle of my life. I fought the biggest battle of my life. And I'm still standing.
What fight was that?
The fight of 2 girls, Afiba and Celine. Andrew Ochekwo, my own friend from the UK, that came to Nigeria and got killed by Nigerian police after robbing him. And they frame him, accuse him of kidnapping 2 girls. Because Andrew was able to inform me his traveling plan with the police. When the police pie him, the police came out to lie. They never said they slept in a hotel for 6 days. They said they were traveling. Andrew decided to run away. It's a lie. They never told Nigerians they collected money from this guy. They never told Nigerians those girls were hiding. They were not self-kidnapped. Andrew told me he did not do it. I didn't believe him. But when they pie him, when the police started lying, I started believing Andrew 100%. Andrew drove himself. Andrew lie down in the hotel room with them. Andrew did not send video. He sent voice note. He sent their video, eating with him, lying down with him. when they were demanding money from Andrew, Andrew also informed me. When Andrew was scared for his life, Andrew said, Ben, I'm scared for my life. I feel kidnapped by these officers. When Andrew decided to run away with his car, after the officers told him, if he don't go away, when he get to Abuja, they will torture him. Andrew has his car key, has everything. Andrew decided to move because the police gave him a red light. The police intercepted him in Benue and pie him. Then they came out in the evening with one criminal called Harrison Gwaminishu. Every time you see Harrison Gwaminishu, just know you are looking at a thief, a criminal, a kidnapper. And I want you, Balmo, I know the Spirit of the Lord is with you. When you finish, go and watch Harrison. Before you enter his page, tell God to give you revelation about this guy. And whatever you are supporting, tell that thing to give you revelation. You will see the true Harrison. Forget about all those human rights nonsense he's doing. I am rescuing this. I am doing this. That boy is evil. He knows that I know. Nigerian police know. And I'm not even telling you now to believe me. Take a trip to his page by yourself. And because of what I have said now, God must reveal it to you who Harrison is. His Harrison page is called Harrison Gwaminishu. Go there, watch his video, look at his eye. And I'm telling everybody, whether you're on TikTok, whether on YouTube, go and check Harrison out. And I asked the universe to interpret to you the real man that you are seeing on that page. Harrison is a criminal worse than Nigerian police. Forget anything you see on his page is packaging. Let's leave that one. That's not why I came. I want to light up our spirit, ladies and gentlemen. Now let me go and share with you what happened in Lagos. Who is Yabojo? Yabojo is an actress, a socialist in Lagos, Nigeria. They call her Queen's mother. She has her differences with VDM before. VDM have insulted her. But this woman staged the biggest wedding in Nigeria. Now, if I have a wedding this year, I promise you, I'm not doing wedding again. I can't handle it. I'm telling you. That is the biggest wedding ever. Ladies and gentlemen, let me play it on YouTube, what I got to you guys. Hopefully, the YouTube will allow me to share it out with you guys. Check wedding out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tani Presido, Tani Presido, Lodi, Lodi, Oye Shakosimo, Oye Shakosimo, Oye Shakosimo, Oye Shakosimo, Oya Pugawa, Oya Pugawa, Yawo Presido, Yabojo Presido.
Honestly, Davido has a fantastic wedding, but I'm not going to lie to you. Did you guys hear it now? Davido has a fantastic wedding. I'm not going to lie to you. This is one of the best weddings I have witnessed. Video-wise, organization. This one shut down. And there was no noise. I did not know there was a wedding until yesterday. I did not even know there was a wedding until yesterday. But then I begin to watch the videos coming up. Don't forget I have a blog myself. I begin to watch the video. And I'm like, whoa. The organization is epic. The invitation was well sent out. The dignitary. And you know what? I love Davido, man. Davido could not attend it, but Davido sent his uncle, the governor. I couldn't believe it. It was one of the most beautiful weddings. And if you have a daughter, I hope if you are looking for a husband, please, may your husband have a wedding like this. Hey, it choke. See people, see organization. See organization, my ladies and gentlemen.
is it where that dancing governor had a Chevy with 2 or 3 other guys?
He had what?
Dancing.
The dancing governor is Davido's uncle.
Uniform with 2 or 3 other guys.
The dancing governor was where?
Yes.
He did what?
I'm asking, is it in the same wedding where that dancing governor, Davido's uncle, he wore a kind of a Chevy with 2 or 3 other guys?
Yeah, the governor was there with a beautiful. I like the governor. So I do have I know B-Red directly. The son of the governor is actually somebody that I've met and we have eaten together in Abuja. So I know B-Red, and I've always respect that man. So even though a lot of people see him as a clown, I believe that the man have a good intention for the people of that state that he governed. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you. I respect the man. He's very humble. You can't take it away from him. He was voted in by the people. He did not rob the election. And this one thing that democracy would have bring for us. We can vote a mad person or we can vote a smart person. But where I'd have a problem with Nigerian politics is this. Sometimes we don't vote people, they put themselves there. Like this current president basically imposed himself on top of us. Nobody voted him. Let's be realistic. Nobody voted him. He imposed himself onto Nigerian people, and he's trying to impose himself from the hospital in France in 2027. And VDM is helping him. I'll go into that a little bit.
Ben, do you know that I was the best performing chairman of Labour Party, Lagos State, and apparently, probably if we dig in very well, it might be the whole Nigeria, because most times, if you succeed in Lagos, it is assumed that you succeed nationwide. I was the best performing chairman in Labour Party.
You see, and you guys deliver. In Lagos State, over 2 million people vote for P2B.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It was my result that was the deciding result that declared Peter to win.
There was no deciding result. No, my sister. Your result is not. Give it to Peter. Tinubu did not have 60,000 votes in Lagos. Tinubu, my sister. There are so many results that decided. Tinubu did not have 50,000 votes in Lagos State. Who voted for Tinubu in Lagos?
In terms of rigging, yes, we know that what they gave us on paper was not even. That's what I'm telling you now. Even when I made 55,000, they still in my very before rigged me out of 10. It was because I had a very private information from the situation room, and before the state chairman could defend my own result, which is our MUO result, I sent a signal ahead of time and said, no, my score is not 45,000, it's 55. So by that time, they have submitted all other local governments. It was my own that was contested. And immediately, they took it back to the Excel sheet and put it on the Excel sheet. That 10,000 they read me up, popped up. But that's not the original score, like you said. That's not what it would have been. Because Amuwo, of all places, should be able to give it over 100,000 votes.
Well, my sister, I am obedient. I am not just obedient. I am a fantastic, smart, obedient. And the election was going on in Lagos State. Let me tell you, good evening, sir. I greet you. Let me round up what I'm discussing with Miss Bum. So, my friend is Atiku aide, Atiku staff. My own friend. The guy contested election. You see, I'm naming name now. The guy is a PDP candidate that contested election with Obasa. Obasa is the Speaker of the House of Lagos State. The guy that contested election with him, Obasa is from Agege. The guy that contested that seat with him is my friend. and it directly linked to Atiku. When the vote was going on, the guy called me and said, Ben, congratulations. P2B is killing it. This is the people with Atiku. I was surprised when they came out and said P2B won with 50,000 or how many thousand. Well, the problem is this: P2B chicken out. P2B was never ready for power because Nigerians were ready to cause havoc to collect that power. From the movement they begin to cheat, P2B would have acted like a man, but he began to do Thanksgiving.
I like that observation.
Nigeria was for the taking. Buhari was not ready to hand over to Tinubu. Buhari never supported Tinubu. All of us know that. P2B won election and P2B was too coward to go to jail. Who would have jailed him? He has the momentum. The whole nation know that the election has changed hand. P2B ran away. So when some people are calling me and say P2B work for Tinubu, I said no. But sometimes I begin to shake my head. Even when the vice president of P2B, Dati Ahmed, came out, my friend in Plateau State called me. He said, we're just waiting for direction. People are calling me. Mr. Ben, we're just waiting for direction. And P2B chicken out. For 48 hours, P2B did not utter any word of resistance. And in the night, INEC declare election. Now, how do you expect that man to contest in 2027 and you see me supporting him? Am I a fool? He should go and sit down.
It's not only you. The obedient movement is even not together again.
Obedient movement are VDM supporter now. Tinubu has taken them over. You don't understand, madam. I am going to break some ground today. When I break table, you people will be shocked.
Did you see the interview of Kenneth Okonkwo?
Yes.
Kenneth Okonkwo, I was in a hot. I listened to it to the end. He talks very, very lengthy. I was rushing to a meeting, so I didn't listen to it very well.
Madam, people who are supporting P2B, they did it with emotion. When P2B chicken out, everybody chicken out. They gave P2B 2 months. And after 2 months, all the movement withers away. Tinubu sat down and think, what can I do with this OB movement? Here they created VDM. And VDM now, if you have 10 VDM supporters, 9 of them are P2B obedient. 9 of them are obedient. If P2B stand election today between P2B and Tinubu, VDM will support Tinubu. So that is a wasted effort. Madam, that is what everybody say. Even Daddy Shoki said that. What's his name? Daddy Free said it, that he doesn't support anybody. We know what they're doing, madam. We've been over this game already. I've been running social media from Jonathan to Buhari. I've been running from Yaradua. And I am not going to stop. When it comes to politics, I predict, and what I predict always come to pass. And I always support the right candidate. I never selfishly left. If I was a selfish person, I would be in Aso Rock today. None of you can see my back. The people working for Tinubu today on their media, all of them, they are people I know. Including Bala, who is a lawyer in the UK here. I am not a small boy. Many people don't even know who they are dealing with when they come on this platform. They think MrBen is just making noise. I don't make noise.
It's network now. Can anybody hear Ben?
We can hear you. Did they say they can't hear me?
I'm hearing you now, but for a while it was almost like permanently paused. Part of what we are saying, you pay for things that you don't get value for your money, whatever you paid. The country is in I don't understand.
Madam, let me ask you, do you think P2B is ready for 2027?
No.
Okay, thank you for that. No. And this is why you see the North are gearing up now to get the ticket. And when they get the ticket, there will be a campaign to say Atiku always feel like he owns it.
Look, even if P2B should even be on power, the country will be even more worse than it is.
Yes. All the Labour Party we elected, where are they? Do you know we have how many? 6 Labour senators. Have you heard their name anywhere?
Ben, I told you to, I sent you a message on your DM. Because being an insider, as it has to do with this Labour Party, I told you there's something I want to share with you. I really want to share it with you.
Okay, I'll send you my business line there. We can talk on that. We'll leave that one privately for now. Thank you, madam. Let me bring my brother in if he's available. Mr. Logic Man, where are you, brotherly? Logic Man is busy. Logic Man is busy. Let me close the window. The air is coming out.
Mr. Logic Man, where are you?
Mr. Logic Man, we are calling your name. Honestly, Yabojo's wedding is the biggest wedding in Nigeria. Let me play it again.
Yeah, president. Yabojo president. Yeah, some loading. Yeah, loading. I'm gonna see beauty. Mama Prissy. Queen Mother.
See money. Hey, Nigeria get money. Oh. These people, they carry money, they work out. See money, see money. Your landlord will throw you out.
Yes,
Wanibebe shekunia la zote zambi zako sumu yako.
Hey, see wedding. Hey, I shock. Oh. Wedding. I'm telling you, I have never witnessed a picture wedding like this. I think Yabojo basically shut everybody down. VDM was insulting this woman last year or earlier this year as well. Madam, why would I not tell VDM to have respect, for God's sake? They're born and without respect. That street go choke him. Now that street go choke him. You cannot do street and be insulting everybody up and down now.
I've always said this, that even if there is a grace of becoming a president on him tomorrow, that street will still be in him because that's where you grew up. And I keep telling people, you need to be excusing him on that. So no matter how BDM try to bend or cover, what is in him is in him. He's a grown man, he's an adult. So he won't pretend for too long without that street showing up.
Madam, sorry to cutting you off. You see, Nigeria, we are trying to make people president. Let us learn what is happening.
You're getting it wrong.
You know,
you're getting it wrong. I did a video telling people that wait.
Rush to make Zelensky a president, and look what he's turning the country into.
Wait. You are not getting my line of speech. See, I did a video. If you go to my page now, that video is still there, where I was warning people to stop carrying this banner up and down. A VDM for President 2027. That it is not halfway ready for that. I was just saying, even if he gets into the highest office, that street will still show up.
Madam, is that a serious country? Did you now see how daft VDM followers are? That somebody will sit down and say VDM for president. I actually went and print it. You see how mumu. Do you see how mumu they are? When I say they be mumu, people think that they joke. I cannot find.
VDM tells people, when he did that prank of 180 million missing, by the time he started talking, he said, Nigerians, you people are mumu. Meanwhile, I had done a video ahead of that his video, telling him that if this is a prank, that it is a costly one. Because you might be saying you want to do a prank, before you know it, the thing can damage your image. Before you recover it, will be low.
Madam, VDM has no image. Madam, I bet may we stop this thing. Which image VDM carry? They talk, people they talk. No be VDM, they installed this woman last year. They call her all sorts of names. Say the woman went to Davido's wedding. The woman, they no invite time. The woman no change. The woman no invite time in the morning. This woman put on a wedding that it was no announcement. There was no social media announcement. And she pull out a wedding of the century for her daughter. VDM have already told this girl the marriage will be break. VDM is a government agent. Nobody should tell me otherwise. Madam, did you see what VDM was telling the Plateau State governor today?
Yeah, listen to it.
What warrant that? What warrant that?
If you listen to the line, he said the man is interested in investigating what buy the cows instead of investigating what buy the number of people that buy in 2 days before that time.
Did you know people died in Benue State? Benue State the other day, people pied. Did VDM call the governor of Benue State that say he want to investigate what pied the girls, what pied the people? The VDM call them. So the man say he want to investigate. He was selling inquiry out. What problem does VDM actually have with the governor? Apart from he's a PDP governor, and VDM is asking the people of Plateau State not to vote him in 2027 because Tinubu need that state. Tinubu need Plateau State. Tinubu need River State. VDM support what happened in River State. Una never see what they see. Eh?
How did VDM support River State? I didn't see any video on that.
Madam, we're not going to argue that.
Even you yourself, you are even giving the video.
Okay, madam. Okay, MrBen, did you see VDM's video? You said categorically that nothing is going to come out of those girls that are going to be rescued from Ivory Coast. I think I saw a video in person today. I may not have given it a detailed attention, but I saw a video where it was showing that the two boys, the guys that were responsible for kidnapping those girls, had been arrested. Did you see it?
Madam.
Yeah, I saw something.
Madam, can I say something? Can I declare it now? Okay, Ted, go ahead.
I saw the video, but I don't think I watched it up to 10 seconds. Then because I noticed one thing about this guy VDM now, that most people always give him so much attention.
Now, do you know why we give him attention, please? If VDM go on challenge, Nigeria is doomed.
No, because what I'm saying, when he pinch on the skin of the government elite and they retaliate, trying to sue him, to bring him, that is where he get more power. But if he comes to the social media and rant, and nobody see him, like the way the woman he called about the people that the other what's her name again? The woman just laugh emoji, and that is the end, without even responding to her, without calling her, without saying anything to her, saying anything to him, and that is the end. But the more he attack people and the people respond, that is where he go more high. But if he attack and nobody, no government elite answer him, when I start watching video, I think when he was calling out the EFCC and the NAFDAC, people say he would throw the number to the Nigerians to call them. Then I was asking my friend, who is this guy? Grow from the street, challenging government elite, and they are responding to him.
Because he's their Pekin. Now they are Pekin. He knows that I know. Now, no. Nobody should come and argue with me on this one. He knows. Tell him to argue. Now they are Pekin.
Ben, answer me now. What do you think of that video?
I'm about to play the video for you, madam. And we're going to dissect it now in the most dignified way. Listen.
You are a disgrace and a shame and an embarrassment. All right, so first of all, to the executive governor of Plateau State, Mr. Caleb Mutwang, I just want to tell you a piece of my mind, right? You are a disgrace and a shame and an embarrassment to humanity. You are a big disgrace and you are shameless. You are shameless. Now, about 2 hours ago, the Nigerian Story posted this. The Plateau State government has launched an investigation into the alleged poisoning of 36 cows in the state. The government also calls for a calm in the state. Now, let's go back to what happened 3 days ago. 3 days ago, the governor said this. He said, every community must defend itself. Plateau State governor says after mass buying. After mass buying, after a lot of people lost their life because of the attack on the plateau recently, this is what the governor could say, that the people should defend itself. They did not launch any investigation whatsoever to make sure that the people that committed these atrocities, these evil acts, to make sure that the victim of this attack get justice. No investigation, nothing is being done so far. But cow buy, you want to launch an investigation for animals, where enter people farmland, go chop their crops. So let me ask you a question now, Mr. Caleb, governor of Plateau State. So let's say you go do the investigation now. Then you now find out that these people went to the land of Mr. Panshak. They went to the land of Mr. Panshak and they ate the crop of Mr. Panshak. All this cow won't buy. So you now go and carry Mr. Panshak and arrest him and detain him. Can't you see that you are shameless? Can't you see that you are shameless? So you can launch an investigation for animals, but you cannot launch an investigation for human beings, people's father, mother, children. I have pictures of children. You know if you launch that, you know if you launch investigation to make sure, say, okay, all these headsmen where carry out this attack, these terrorists, these bandits, you cannot bring them to book. But you won't go carry innocent farmer now. I'm not surprised. This is Nigeria. No be so one man for Benue State, out of self-defense, headsmen attack him for a farm. You use self-defense by the person, they arrest him. Supreme Court go give judgment. I'm not surprised.
You see, this boy is a stark illiterate, uninformed. Now, just because you can speak English does not make you smart or knowledgeable. Now, in my own word, he's the head of Daft Association of the Rattel. He's the head of Daft Association of the Rattel. Now, the governor say,
He says he's the president of the youth.
now Thunder fire his youth nonsense. Who is he presidenting? He's a fool. Let me put this now there. The governor said, defend yourself after the people. He said, protect yourself at all time. Defend yourself means when you are sleeping, if you are in church, have your something to protect yourself in case if any Fulani attack you. What is wrong with that, madam? Okay, leave it there. The governor say cow died. The herdsmen went back to their camp. All of their cow did not wake up. The governor said, okay, they will launch an investigation. Cow na meat where people they chop. The public are consuming meat. If that cow have poison inside them, that investigation will make the public not to consume meat. Is that not how things work for health and safety?
Exactly. I remember 2022 when they bring I think a donkey meat from Belgium.
Yes.
And they lost the investigation to know where the donkey were coming from.
Because it's a health concern. People they chop meat. So over 20 cow pie, they need to know whether it is poison in the crops where they went to eat something, or there's something that is going on in the animal kingdom.
Mr. Ben, before you continue, please. Before you continue.
First of all, you need to introduce yourself and then tell me where you are calling from, sir.
Okay, I'm in Birmingham.
Go ahead.
My name is Igba.
Igba, go ahead.
You understand? I understand what you're doing. The young man is not totally wrong. Okay? If he, maybe emotionally, he got carried away to say, why will the governor just mention about investigating the killing of the cows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the other one, he did not make mention of we're going to investigate the people that carried out this atrocity or this genocide.
The governor, Oga, did you follow the story? No, I'm not letting you finish. The governor, hold on now, hold on. I don't give no chance for this. I'm talking when you took over from me. Do you understand that? This is my platform. You hop in, you took over from me, and you are going different direction. It's called narrative. Hold on. It is. Let me explain to you what happened in media. I want you to stop there. Let me inform you how things work on this platform. I was going on a joining. You came in, you said, let me interject something. Then you did not interject something, you are changing the narrative.
No, I didn't change.
You are no. You telling me the young man is not totally wrong. Let me finish how wrong he is.
You're making him look like he's totally wrong about what he's saying.
Let me.
He's not totally
My
wrong.
point is this. Oga, I'm not here to argue with you. My point is, you are going to go and rest in the comment section and you'll come back at your point. That is the best I can do. This is why I run the platform. This is not you. You have account, you can run your platform. Now, let me educate the guy. Guys.
The question is there anything wrong in the governor investigating what died the cow?
I was going these are the people that they sent. These are the agents of VDM and APC. I tell you something, some of them are abroad and they're so myopic, they change narrative for no reason. I was going somewhere. He didn't let me finish. He said the young man is not totally wrong. At least allow me to say. Madam, hold on, please. Let me finish my point. Madam, finish. Let me finish my point.
Everything that you say here now, I'm also going to take you on that.
Madam, hold on. Let me finish my point.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I don't like to be interrupted. This is my show. I was saying, I was stating something. Now, that Mr. Egbalan came up and said, I want to say something. I said, introduce yourself. He introduced himself. He wasn't asking a question. He was changing the narrative. Some of these people coming here, they are trained in media. They are medially crafted. And I'm never scared of them. But I catch them at their game. They know how to change narrative. He came up, I gave him a chance. Then he's changing what I'm saying. The young man is not totally wrong. I have not said the young man is totally wrong. I'm telling you, the governor have not done anything wrong. That the governor said people should protect themselves. If you are inside church, if you are going to bed, lock your door. Make sure your garden is closed. Make sure you are watching over your back. A state governor, who is the chief security officer of a state, say this. What is wrong with that? Then animal, over 20 cow died mysteriously. The governor said we will launch an investigation because people are consuming meat as I'm talking to you now. What about if it is a viral that pied them? Nigeria is hungry at the moment. If the governor did not confiscated all that meat to run a test on them, trust me, Aboki will sell that meat to the shops and that meat will go back to the public to consume. Hunger day land. The governor said we will launch an investigation to know what happened to the animal and the livestock. What is wrong with that? The same very dark man, APC spokesperson, because that's who he is. Last week, Benue State came out. People pied there. He did not talk until people start dragging him. Did VDM abuse the governor of Benue State? He didn't, because the governor of Benue State is APC governor. Did VDM abuse the president of Nigeria? Did VDM abuse the chief of army staff? Did VDM abuse the Nigerian police force? He didn't. This useless boy came out and started calling the governor useless person. This Olosho that can never see anything good. This betrayer, VDM is what we call a sellout. He's not with you. If you are a poor, I'm not a poor person. Thank God. Poverty have left me. He hasn't left my family, but he has left me. The day when my mama born me, now only me they born. So that poverty, when my mama take born me, it don't come off for my head. It may not necessarily come off for my children head though, or for my family member, but at least I don't see road, and my children don't see road. So if you are a poor person in Nigeria, you're waiting for a giveaway from VDM, you go wait tire. That boy is APC agent, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it is good to let his people know, to know who he's working for. And when I sit on this platform and I'm interpreting, if you are not very versatile to understand it, take your time. Ask question. And I'm telling you, if you ask question, you will understand. He's working for the establishment. Now, he was shouting on the governor, thunder fire you, your mama, your papa. You know, go well. I promise you in 2027, nobody should vote this governor. We didn't bring all this one. We didn't bring 2027.
Did he actually say your mama, your papa? Because I didn't listen to that. I didn't watch that.
Madam, when I talk here, I talk for matured people. He didn't say your mama, your papa. The way he was talking, your mama, your papa is the least insult you gave to that man.
Okay.
That's why I say on this platform, I talk. Sometimes I use figure speech to deliver my message.
Okay. Yeah, you are rephrasing it. Okay. That's a rephrasement. go ahead.
When he go say you no go better for person, you no go do this, you no go do this. 2027, wetin bring 2027 into today market? All the governor say is that we'll launch investigation into wetin pie the cows. Cow where people they chop, where member of the public, one contaminated cow can pie over 1,000 people in a minute. Am I lying or not, Mr. Teddy?
Sure.
Yeah, it's true.
We have also witnessed it.
So the governor say I will launch an investigation. You say the governor is wrong. Tinubu is not wrong for staying in France when Nigeria is in hell. Oh boy, when I know the list, you know. Have you seen this year boy calling Tinubu out for staying in France when Nigeria is burning? Now from Abike Dabri to this, he's a distraction. Now, I don't know how much the government is paying him, but it's a lot of money. And let me tell you something. For those of you guys clapping for him, the agenda is bigger than what he can understand. Now, waiting the governor talk for all this outburst. Waiting the governor of Plateau State talk for all of this outburst. Borno State in problem. Zamfara in problem. Borno is in problem. Zamfara, the vice president state, in problem. Benue State in problem. Plateau State in problem. The president of Federal Republic of Nigeria is lying down in the hospital or whatever he is in Europe. VDM has never come out and said, Mr. President, get your ass back to Nigeria and govern the people. And govern the people that elect you. VDM has never come out to do that. Madam, have you seen VDM calling the president to return back to Nigeria? Not once. Not once. His children when they follow him, think say they don't get hero. You go wait tire. VDM is a plug and is deceiving the youth. Let me bring 10 VDM supporter. 9 of them are P2B former supporter. If that don't tell you anything, then nothing will tell you. Just vagabondly controlling the narrative. Madam, you asked me a question. I'm going to, because there was a noise coming. I didn't know whether it was coming from you. Madam, Balmon, you asked me a question. You said, do I see that VDM, that NAPTEG have arrested the 2 young men that VDM allegedly accused of trafficking? Is that the question you asked me earlier?
Yeah.
You see, I don't forget. I plugged the question somewhere because I'll come back for it.
The question I asked you, because you said that nothing will come out of that particular project. And now VDM is showing that he has made progress by arresting the first 2 guys that kidnapped. Those first 2 girls he was able to rescue even before he.
Madam, do you know how many people Madam, do you know how many people police arrest? Do you know how many people police arrest today on the road?
No, I'm not on the road now. How will I know?
Yeah, police arresting people every day. That arrest is engineer. That arrest is that arrest. Let me say it clearly and pure. That arrest is nonsense. If VDM say they are arrested, VDM is talking crap. Did you hear it from Naptin? That Naptin said they arrest somebody.
I've not been to Naptip's official page anyway.
When VDM broadcast, did he show the page? Did he show the page where Naptin said they arrest somebody, madam? No, hold on. Hold on. Because since he controls so much narrative, let me tell him Wagwan. How things works in a real world. He's a content creator. Not just they consume content. That they consume content. They were here to diversify it.
So good news. You remember these two guys? These were the guys that trafficked those 3 Nigerian girls to Ivory Coast for prostitution that I rescued the first time. If you remember, I posted this around 25th of March 2025, and they were the reason why I got to know that a lot of Nigerians are being trafficked to Ivory Coast. It was after I rescued those girls, they gave me their story. So the good news is this: Natip have just arrested these 2 guys. Remember, I told them, say they will catch them. And now Natip have just arrested them. Now, the craziest part is where Natip went to arrest them, they also rescued 2 victims that they were about to send again. Can you just imagine this? See the greed. Even after I posted that video then, when I say, okay, they will calm down. They didn't stop. They were still sending girls. They were still sending girls abroad. So Natip was able to do this, of course, with the help of the NSA. So shout out to Natip and the NSA on this one.
Now, my verdict, madam. This is another Lambo. You see, when you walk in the house, if you are a house dog, you know where all the chicken are hiding. You know where the meat are hiding. NSA, national security. Waiting consign national security.
Someone in the comment section said we should check Naptip official page that they posted the same story.
I want to ask you, VDM went to Naptic last week and gave them 20 million. Gave them 20 million to go and bring the Niger Republic girls and the 3 girls. That story, you have not heard anything about it. Suddenly, VDM said they don't arrest 2 girls. VDM came out and told you that Naptic have arrested. Does Naptic have a right of arrest? Is Naptic a police?
Naptip works with police. Now, me too, I used to have, it's not I used to have, I run an NGO before
Madam, that is a national story.
works that you will do that.
Madam, if Naptic, if the police arrest the people, who's supposed to show the story?
MrBen,
Eh?
And the police.
Did the police show the story?
okay, if I can come in, I think
My network is breaking. I'm not here most of the time, but I think you're asking a question. My network is breaking. Police will put up that story. Naptip will put it up too.
Did the police put up the story? Did Naptic put up the story?
That I keep saying.
Madam, did Naptic put up the story?
I will go to Naptip.
When VDM is sharing fake news, didn't he show you where they post it? Why is he showing you picture? And if Naptic actually show it out that they arrest somebody, then it is still conditioning and bribery. Because Naptic did that because of the 20 million they got.
So you're saying it's state managed.
Madam, I say VDM is a government agent. What do you don't understand by that? How do I have to explain this for you? Government will help you arrange a stage. Government will arrange a stage miracle for you, just like as a miracle they happen for church. I don't tell you this thing. Biscuit, go ahead, man.
All right. So, Mr. Ben, in the course of this conversation, sometimes when you say the one that I agree with, I come here and say yes, that's I stand with you on this, or I see the point you are making there. But on this one, I don't want to start with you because
go ahead and give me explanation.
Yes. So I know that a couple of days ago we were here talking about how he, in the course of you talking about his estate agent, you said Ivory Coast girls, that nothing else was heard about that. That story is just something to distract us and all of that. And he came up, and now he's telling us, okay, this Ivory Coast case is not closed; it's still ongoing. That the situation is a diplomatic thing. They need to do paperwork to bring those girls and others, not just those girls and others, back home. So it's not just about flying into Ivory Coast and flying them back. So, which I think makes sense. That's until we give them a couple of weeks or days, and that nothing happens, then you can come back here and say, "Oh, look at it's over 3 months, it's over many years now, and nothing happened."
I want to give you a chance. Give me a day. Give me how long you want that something will happen.
Yeah, I would say let's give them at least. This is May. This is April. So let's give them to the end of April, May, maybe sometime in May. Then we can come back here and say, this story, this guy blew up so time. Nothing else was had. And then the other one is I know you are worried or you are concerned about why is he giving Napti money? Yes, ordinarily as Nigerians we are supposed to be concerned about that. I'm not saying your concern is justified, but we also be Nigerians and knowing how the system work there, it's not out of place to say many agencies are underfunded. When they were talking about merging agencies and all of that, this is one of the reasons then. But they didn't do that.
You see why you guys are defeated in that country?
Mr. Ben, let me finish now so that before you crucify me.
I will crucify you. I'm already having my dagger in my hand. You know you're my guy. I will crucify you right now. But go ahead and finish first so that I know where to place you on the ground.
This man. So
I have a way of crucifying Mr. Ben. When he finish, I'll go and do my video, and I'll bring out more of his points.
Okay. Yeah. So that narrative, Mr. Ben, we understand what I say. I say he's not supposed to give any government agency as an individual money. But also he made us understand. I've not checked this, but he told us on the narrative page, their website, whatever, they have a space for allowing kind of tips or giving them support in what they do. So it's on that basis that he gave them that money. He gave them the 20 million.
So a government agent, a government parastatal that have over how many billion budget? 16 billion. That spent 480 million to do furnishing for their office. VDM collect money from poor people and carry 20 million to go and give it to them. You people are here justifying it. Make una congrats. If I hear una crying, say Nigeria hard. See, make I tell you, Nigeria no hard. You know why Nigeria no hard? Nigeria no hard because the people who live in Nigeria, they don't know who they be. Government agent that have 16 billion a year for budget. No. I don't care. That is the money of Nigeria they allocated to them. What do you mean on paper? What do you mean on paper? Explain to me what do you mean on paper?
What I mean by on paper is that's what they claim or they allege.
So if they claim that's what government is giving to them, what do you mean on paper? These people.
The money don't get to them. That's what I mean.
No, I am asking you a question. That is what the federal government announced they gave to them. Now, as a responsible citizen, are you not supposed to hold them accountable for the budget they have?
Let me come again. And you know, when I was making my statement, I said, we being Nigerians are knowing how the system works there.
God.
So I'm not surprised.
Baba, take your, I beg, shoot me on the head. I'm done. What are you talking about? You are not making, bro, you are not making sense at all. Neither you are biased. I know it doesn't make sense. That's why you're sounding like that. Even you agree that you don't make no sense. But you are still continuing because you want me not to make sense. Let me tell you something. When I met my baby mother, when I met my children's mom years ago, when we go outside to do shopping, now why two man? And we live in Abuja for like 4 years together. Now, we first of all live in Ikoyi, then we move to Abuja. Then when we go out to buy something, she will be telling me what she wants. And then me, I don't argue. I'll be like, this is good. She will say, no, this is what I want. I discover her. And everything she wants now, I say, pick it. I say, that's what you want. If this is so far you want, take it. I'm fine. And then she will get that thing. Couple of weeks later, she'll be regretting it. Because they will ask you, like, she will make food now. She'll be like, do you want to eat this? Benjamin, she call me Benjamin. Benjamin, do you want to eat this? I'm like, no, I don't want to eat. Then she'll ask me again and again. I'm like, are you trying to convince me to eat this food? I say, I don't want to eat it. I'm not hungry. This is what you are doing now. You know exactly what is happening. It's not right. But you don't have the tenacity to stand on the truth and say, this is not right. Because the reason why Nigeria is not moving forward, because Nigerians are not ready to die for Nigeria. No Nigeria is ready to die for Nigeria. We are selfish.
When the election of 2023 was going on, were you in Nigeria or you were in UK?
I was in the UK, but I do more than people in Nigeria.
How?
I will tell you that one. I'm not in election. Now let me finish what I'm saying, madam.
Okay, because I'm telling you that I've died for Nigeria several times.
Madam, they will just bury you. Madam. I will come to that. If Nigerians are ready to die for each other, you will not even justify nonsense decision of VDM coming out and raise money from poor people and hand over it to government agent. And you people are seeing reason. I mean, like literally, in this country, if my brother
suspect something, maybe perhaps they shared it when he handed them the 20 million, they go behind again and share the percentage from them. Who knows?
But the problem I have, Teddy, the problem I have with VDM followers is this. They are completely unlogical, myopic, and lazy to think out of the box. I'm sorry. You guys are lazy. When I mean lazy, just ability to think out of the box. And that's why everybody see una finish. That's why the politicians see una. The same ideology I have now is what Tinubu has. Is what your pastors have.
Then I disagree with you.
No, that is your right to disagree, but let me finish what I'm saying. The same idea I have now is what your pastor have. But your pastor have seen that the congregation are lazy, myopic, daftly program. So the pastor stand on top of you and look at poor people and look at poor people is pastoring and say Jesus does not visit poor people. And on Sunday, people still gather and go there. Now tell me how to define daftiness than that one. Tell me how you tell me, madam, I need money for orphanage. I give you money. You carry it to go and give it to government. Madam Balmore, the last time you came here, you told me you have an orphanage home that was almost run down because of funding. Let us come and raise money for you now. Would you carry that money to go and give it to Ministry of Education?
You didn't understand what I said then. I said because I was not funded to have my own shelter, that the logistics of NAMTI made my own organization to lose a particular girl we were supposed to save because we don't have shelter. Because we are into human trafficking like this. That's what we do. So because of being underfunded, we couldn't get access to NAPTIP shelter to accommodate those girls.
Thank you.
So their protocol, their logistics is quite.
Thank you. So that NAPTIP who could not provide you a shelter, VDM get 20 million to go and give it to them. Let's clap for ourselves. Let us clap for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Madam, let me ask you a question. When you're looking for that shelter, if we raise money for you to help your own shelter and help other people like you that are looking for shelter for their own program, and suddenly NAPTIC, who has never helped, needed money, would you give it to them?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
I needed it for you have just said the money is contributed for me to have shelter. I need what I'm looking for in NAPTIP, I'm not getting it through their shelter. I should be able to use my own money.
So VDM raised money to Pent School.
Sorry?
VDM raised money to Pent School to arrange for teacher, hire corpus, an NAPTIC that got 16 billion budget. VDM carried the money he raised to go and support poor children and carry 20 million to go and give it to them. Mr. Biscott, you want us to clap for him and you are giving justification.
So, give me a minute. I'm on NAPTIP page now. I'll get back to you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get something. I'll get back to you.
There's nothing NAPTIC way, right?
And removing the money without taking any permission.
Because the mumu where they follow them, where they follow them, they don't get sense. When you ask them question, you don't understand. You don't understand. You know, listen, we are finished. Nigeria cannot be covered because the people are defeated mentally, logically, ideologically. They're defeated. Let's hand over them to Satan and put them in hell.
No, you didn't attribute that to me, MrBen. The very first time I encountered you in your life, I know you were giving me thumbs up, serious thumbs up, because of my ability to reason and think intelligently. So
I want you, madam, I want you to give me justification. I want you to give me one justification why VDM will give NAPTIC money.
I'm not in VDM's heart.
No, I want you. You're not in his heart. I want you to give me justification.
MrBen, let me contribute to that. So, I know you are talking about why would DDM give that money, and I gave you the reason that, to support, they have a link where, individuals or organizations can support the work, in parentheses, the good work they do. I know you are I don't use the word fan, or you watch the family, and you follow the good work they do, and we see, all of us see several times when victims of different things, both NAPTIP human violence or human trafficking victims, or people that have been cheated from one thing or the other, come there, and those people help them out and support them. They support them, even though they follow up the case. They help to go to the office that is concerned and follow up that case. They still give financial assistance to those individuals, or they use their own resources to try to pursue that case. So I want to put it in that same page as what this guy has done.
How are you putting it in that case? Do you think we will contribute money now for? Let me ask you a question, please. Do you think we will contribute money now to Berekete, and Berekete will carry it to go and give it to government agency?
No, I'm not putting that. I said that. Let me put it in the same.
Don't compare VDM with Berekete. VDM. No. Please. VDM is not an activist. VDM is a government plug in our society. Neither, I'm not the one saying it. All of his action indicated it. What do you mean I'm the one saying it?
Let me respond to this guy, this kid. Bro, if you say that what is it called? The body of the government, that you say that there is a page which you can contribute money to them, then why don't you contribute your own personal money? Because I believe VDM have his own personal money. Why touching the money that public contributed?
Poor people contributed.
And give to the district. That means he's above the law and his authority is untouchable, is unquestionable.
No. I won't agree.
What it means.
I won't agree with you, sister.
You see you guys as I don't want to use the harsh word, but he sees you guys as nothing.
No. Brother, let me use it. I borrow it from you, Teddy. He see una as mumu. Efu. People when no get sense to ask question. Let me talk, please. You can talk when it is your turn. This is my show. VDM curse all of una, curse Nigerians. I don't curse. I say waiting in see una. In see una as eu. When they ask question, as efu, as mugu. That's why he can wake up in the morning and do what he does, and all of una they go on the platform, even when he doesn't give you a chance to ask him a question. Are you not ashamed of yourself that at your age, una they here they defend a man who cannot even give you a chance to ask him a question? You know ashamed of yourself. Una no ashamed of yourself. Una come on my platform, they argue with me. VDM no they give una chance to argue with him, to ask him a question. Shame no they catch una. You get picking for house. We be say, if you ask your picking now, give me remote. Your picking go ask you. I know they give you. Madam, let me talk, please. Madam, let me talk. Madam, let me talk. In your house, your picking no go give you remote. Your picking go say, why, Papa? Why would I give you remote? Stand up and get your own remote by yourself. But una go come online, VDM go give una lamba. Una no go fit ask some question. Una no go fit comment. Una no go fit reply. Una no go fit say, Ogawa, una why you do this one now? Una go people's platform. They argue nonsense. Can't they speak English on my platform? Can't they tell me why you do this one? Why don't you go ask them? Una just agree for 8-minute video, 3-minute video. When they do for una? You see una finish. You see una say mugu. Fools. Don't come. Drop now. Move away. Go to another platform. Don't come to my platform if you are myopic, lazy to think. Lazy.
Are we not here to reason together?
No, we cannot reason together because we are in different platform. Madam, we cannot reason together. We are not available to reason together. Go and reason with VDM before you come and defend him here. Does he give you a chance to talk? How long have you been defending VDM? Has VDM ever give you a chance to advise him? Go to VDM platform now and express. Madam, when he do live, he invite girl to show their nyash and where they live in Guarimpa so he can go and knock them. He does not talk. He give on a 2-minute video. How lazy can you be that at this age of your life, somebody they produce 2-minute video for una? Una they make una decision from that 2-minute video. Una no fear some question. Come on, guys. And tomorrow una they blame Tinubu.
When you started the show,
Mr. Ben, please, hold on, Mr. Ben.
Bravo, go ahead.
I just want to say something to you. I'm not going to comment on the topic that is going on. I am deeply not happy with you because of what you did the last time. I was airing my view and you didn't allow me to speak. You just removed me from your life.
Whoa, what are we talking about?
It wasn't a very.
I told you guys, don't come on my platform.
Me from your life
Before we go further than this, let me tell you what I stand for. I do not look for fun. I don't look for likes. I don't look for your gift. I have my opinion. I open a platform to talk within my mind. So if you come here and you're trying to enforce what I'm trying to change people from thinking, then we have a problem. Now, everything we've talked today, what did we talk the last time? I want you to remind me what you were saying the last time when I dropped you. Remind me if you remember, because you remember I dropped you. You should remember what you are talking. I give you all the chance now. Say it.
The last time we were talking about the trafficking.
Yes.
That was our discussion.
So what did I say about it? What did I say about the trafficking? That what did you say about the trafficking, sir?
Listen, Mr. Ben. It's not all about the platform. It's about we seeing each other tomorrow and smiling at each other and say, I know this Mr. Ben. Yeah, going to his life. He's a very good man and all that. Apart from the platform, there is life after the platform.
My brother, I am a good man. I am a good man. I am a good man to my children.
You are always getting when people are not supporting what you are bringing to the platform. This platform in the first place. Listen, Mr. Ben. This platform in the first place, you created it for everybody to air their view. If you want to stick with your own view, you won't come online and say, okay, you want everybody to associate with you and air their own view. Whenever anybody says things contradiction to you, what you are saying, immediately you remove that person.
Okay, I want you to give me, okay, you have the platform. Express yourself. Tell me. I want you to correct me. Bravo, BTC. Correct me. I am here to correct me.
Sir, I want to say something. Please hold on, sir. I'm not saying long. I'm not saying long. Mr. Ben, listen. I've been coming to your platform, and I believe we have been on a very good page together before. But that incident of that day took me off balance, and I was like, I became a mockery of everybody online because why you took me down even without letting me speak my mind. You understand?
My brother, I want to go back to that story now. What did we say the last time? Continue from where you stopped the last time. You have the floor.
You know the funniest thing, Mr. Ben. I am not going to go back to the story. I just came to you as a brother.
Okay, can I apologize to you? I want to apologize to you for the way I conducted the session that day. I want to apologize. But we are talking about the trafficking of the children. And I was saying to you guys that VDM went there to create content. And I also told you guys that those children are not from Nigeria, they are Niger. And I also told you guys, those 3 girls, one of them that I say is from Ibadan, that he was kidnapped on the road. I said they are not Nigerians and nobody, they are not from Ibadan. And this is almost 3 weeks later.
What you said, it is what you feel or what you think is happening. But what I said that day, I said, I don't think this thing is a content. That was all I said. The next thing, you trashed me, you brought me down immediately.
I don't think you can never say you don't think it's a content and I'll trash you. I swear on my life, if that's what you say, I die. That's not what you say. There's something you say.
What did I say, Mr. Ben?
Mr. Biscuit, we don't agree with each other all the time. Did I drop people for that kind of comment? Be honest with me right now.
I know you drop people sometimes, but if it's how Bravo just said, if it's just the way he said it now, I don't think you would drop people since there's more to it. But
if you say you don't think it's a content, then I'll drop you. And by Allah, are they crazy?
Mr. Biscuit, let me say something. You see, the internet space is for everybody. You understand? Yeah. Mr. Ben, the day you created this platform for us to come together and rub minds together. I've been on your platform for a very long time. Sometimes, whatever you say,
whatever you say sometimes, or when you say something sometimes, after the platform, I will simply go back and recollect and try to evaluate what you have said. I will see sometimes there are truth in what you have said. And whenever you are having another topic, I will just quickly chip it in that I took 1 or 2 points for what you said the other day. And that is why we are on this platform. A bad person that will never come to your platform again. But I have benefited from your platform. That is why I came to tell you that what you did to me that day, I was not happy about it.
Oh Lord. Come on. You said you don't do fan, but this is your fan. This is your fan. Bravo, he has apologized.
Okay, bravo, my brother. Bravo, BTC. The next time I want to buy Bitcoin, I'll come and buy from you. Bravo. I apologize. And I have just apologized. Bravo. Why are they calling me mad person now? Big 50. Why are you calling me mad person? B50, go ahead. B50, you've been waiting. Bravo, hold on there. Big 50, go ahead. B50, go ahead. Somebody is telling me on my session, I need a therapy. Honestly, I need one. I think my head on the cocoa. Big 50, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is
that go and attend to your attention. Tell them I say hello.
So what I'm saying is that in as much that everybody cannot agree with one another, sometimes when people go to an event and see something, they are shocked, make sure that they are trying to do what they can. So I cannot say why BVN go to the angel or pocket and bring out money, because we don't know how much weight the guy have, and he tried to do something that he saw in his own eyes. So I cannot be here in the media saying that, oh, BVN do wrong, big guy do wrong. I don't see any wrong thing where he do. He can tell me say whether I be Mugu. There are some things that when you meet it as you now, just like you as you did, you see me now say I did one place where you say they press my neck, and you can't see me. And the money when not there your hand, maybe money not there your hand. And the only money we get now another place. You go first carry and first save my life. So that's what I see, that maybe that's what he did. So I cannot come here and say, oh, because BVN the guy no say me and BVN don't talk before. I never see him. But I will tell you that out of the 100% of people within Nigeria, the guy see the try. Now only one person. You understand? And he cannot be running this one, running that one. If you look at those girls, whether the girls now be Nigerians and they are not Nigerian, it is the humanity we are talking about. You understand? It does not matter whether everybody now must be in Nigeria before they save their life. It does not matter.
But it does matter though.
Big 50, let me contribute. Let me say something.
Go ahead, Ted.
He have his own money. If he say VDM don't have his own money, I don't know, but he has. And you're not going to talk like that. The money that people have contributed gave you to keep for something very important. For something very important. So yes, the people that contributed the money is also for the he has his money. He has his money. We are looking, some of us looking less because of he has his money. He has his money. Somebody that has the contact of all the I want to say this and the rest of them, all the judges, all the videos, all the influential people around him, and you are telling me how much did Don Jazzy give him? Personal. How much is he making from TikTok, YouTube, and the rest of them? Let's not even go there.
So young again, he won't live his own life just because
You
he
see,
wanted.
you see where he's going.
See,
So if you are doing this, your own life, is that why you should go and touch on people's money?
See,
The money
those
people contributed,
and you spend it for people. You understand? That money
but
was
that is
spent
not
for
that
people.
is not the
He did not
purpose where
spend
the
it on
money
his
was
own
given to.
personal gain.
That
When you
was
start
not the
saying this thing, you will be
purpose
like,
of
they
the
spend
money.
that money on his own personal gain. Then I will be like, oh, Vivian, you go carry money where they contribute to you, go buy Rolls Royce. Then when you talk, I will say yes. But this one, you see, you carry that money, go
My
give
brother, before he opened the NGO, what did he say? People start to contribute the money to him. What did he say? And what triggered people to donate to his NGO?
I want to support MrBen on this one. Let me ask you people a question. If you are to give MrBen 20 billion to keep for you, like we are on this platform now, individual, we donated 20 billion to MrBen. We say keep this money for future purpose. Like now, you see MrBen.
For a
project.
Before he mentioned the NGO, he said what he wants to use the NGO to.
Let me be.
Let Bravo is going somewhere. Let's listen to Bravo. Mr. Big 50, that question will be coming for you.
Do you know where I'm driving to is? You see, the situation of where nobody can ask him any questions about how he's doing his own thing and every other thing. VDM cannot be right all the time. I'm his fan. He cannot be right all the time. I need you people to also see things in the aspect of MrBen. We cannot keep money with this guy, and at the end of the day, we cannot ask questions about how he's spending it. Yes, he's fighting for humanity. They say, if you never solve the problem with the house, not carry and go outside. Not try to solve the one with the outside. Because if you try to solve the problem with the outside, with the problem with the house overpower you, you cannot come back to the house again. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
VDM is doing a very great job for me. But sometimes he needs to create a platform whereby one or two people will throw questions and answers to his activities. That is just my point. And
well, unfortunately, he does not rate his followers. Now,
yes.
Mr. Big 50. Mr. Big 50. Mr. Big 50.
Yes.
So the question that Mr. Bravo was actually dealing with, the illustration he gave was, if we live in an estate that has no security, that we are constantly being boggled, people they boggle our estate, we don't get security, we provide security for ourselves. We can't say make they raise money for our estate. We take and they support our own security. They can't raise money for us. When they don't raise that money for us, we can't collect the money. Now me keep the money. Now me say they raise money. They raise money for the estate. One day, the state governor can't get problem. We can't carry that money, go give state governor. We no take care of our security for a very long time, even though there's a billions in the government account. Is that the right thing to do?
If you put it that way, it won't be right. You understand? If you put it this way, but this one is not. You are connecting personal people's life with the state. Though it is a responsibility for state to do those things that BVN do. But as a country, as a Nigeria that we do not have no countries. And when you make people in that position, you would prefer to spend any money to save their life.
Okay, now, Oga.
Mr. Big 50.
Oh, I better leave. Bravo.
Let's go for the safety of the citizens.
Bravo, allow me. Mr. Big 50.
It is the government that's responsible for that one. But it was supposed to be a government job.
Mr.
Government is an handicap.
Mr. Big 50. Mr. Big 50.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you say it the way you say it now, say na personal, they connect personal to the state. The ministry where VDM carry 50 million go 20 million go give. That ministry have 16 billion as their yearly budget. Between 2023 to 2024, they spent 450 million to do furniture for their building. No, stop. I want to finish before you tell me something.
All right.
Now, your hero, superhero cop, aka VDM, aka government agent, aka I know it all, collect money from poor people and carry 20 million to go and give it to that people. Now, that 20 million from 480 million, you see the gap.
Okay.
That 20 million from 16 billion, you see the gap. Now, yes. Oga, the problem why you are not saying the truth here is because you are a VDM fan. And you are probably, hold on, let me finish, please. Let me finish. Tomorrow lies on us. I see that you are eating in that house now. You have children. You want them to understand what is right and what is wrong. You don't get children, okay. We have to be honest with ourselves. What VDM did is the most maddest thing anybody will do. But he did it because he knows that his supporters don't question him. And that's why he came out and said, Rato, you should be proud of yourself. Like a baby. It's like a woman will go knock somebody, a wife will go knock person outside. Because they tell her husband, they be proud of me. Say, I go knock person. Oga, then if you go left, if you go right, there is no way to justify what a very dark man do. But in the Republic of Very Dark Man and the rat gang, aka 95% daft, they know they think they go support anything with that boy. If that boy come out today and talk anything, they support him. They know they listen. If that boy come and curse their mama, they go say, yeah, my mama probably wrong. That is how we they reason.
That's not person like me. So
Oga, this is what we are talking.
Our Nigeria is a handicap. Our Nigeria is a handicap. This is this country that we are talking about. If the government give them funding, if you reach them tomorrow, they will tell you say there's no fund. The same people that you carry your problem go and meet the police, they will say you are the one to sponsor to the arrest of the police. Do you know that if like normally as you did now, you cannot bring that person out personally except using the government agency?
Oga, everything you have said here today. Oga, I want to ask you another question. I want to ask you another question before you go. Because no, you are not talking anything, please. I'm sorry. Do you live in Nigeria or abroad?
I live in USA.
You live in America.
I live in US.
You live in America.
I live in US.
America.
I live in US.
Okay. Thank you for joining. The man live in America. Hey, I'm done. He even said it. I wanted him to say I live in Kotekpene or in my village Igira. He said America. VDM has done no. VDM has finished Nigeria, finished Africans. Oh.
Hello.
Rescues, go ahead.
Thank you. My own submission is just this. I am happy to hear what's going on. But at the same time, if we follow the recent comment by the Sultan of Sokoto that has ranked social media as a terrorist organization, I think we should take note of such a comment. I'm not surprised because he is a retired brigadier general. He couldn't do well
to pass his to rise to the rank of a 2-star general. He ended up as a brigadier general. Is the cosmate of Ihe Jerika, to show that probably he has even been so lucky, pushed here and there before he can get to such a 1-star general. Maybe such a person, they will even write his major exam for him. Lieutenant, major promotion to lieutenant colonel exam. Maybe he has even failed it, but because of the so-called royal link. So I won't blame him. But once again, what I want Nigerians to realize about the current government that we have in Nigeria, I think some Nigerians that are under 40 do not know what has happened when Buhari was head of state of Nigeria. That 3 Nigerians were by firing squad because of drug trafficking. Bartholomew Owo, one of them is working with Nigeria Airways. Bartholomew Owo was working with Nigeria Airways at the age of 29. And
when was it? Nigeria have no airway though.
Nigeria Airways. Nigeria has airways.
When was this?
84 now.
84. Okay, you don't go far. 84 is too long. I don't want to go there. I beg. We're talking about 24, 20 today's solution. If you are going 20, Nigeria know they listen. We are looking for solution for 21st century. I beg. I'm sorry. I don't want to go there. It's basically a waste of my time. I'm sorry. I can't go there. So talk about today, please.
So the today that I have mentioned does not make any point to you.
No, you are talking about a Baltimore in 1984. I don't want to go there. I don't want to know about it. There are 100 people that died in Plateau State yesterday. Let's talk about that one, please.
And that is exactly why you should understand what is.
I cannot understand. I am not ready for that. Sorry, this is how I do it. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Battle. I beg come back again when you are ready to talk about today's matter. I'm not ready for Battle. How are you, sir? My brother, I've been trying to invite. I know you're out eating some dinner. Hey, this year. Felix is in the house.
See, Ben, there's something I was listening to you when you talked about the governor of Jos.
Yeah, Plateau State governor.
Plateau State, yeah, making that statement regarding those animals, and people still do not understand the importance of that public statement by the governor. Now, there are 20 animals that died suspiciously of poisoning. And the government came out and said they want to make an investigation. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. People should even be more concerned, because these are meat animals that have been distributed all over the places and can easily leave even Plateau State and go to another state, and if people eat it, they will buy.
Mm-hmm.
So it is more important at that moment to address it immediately. But you know, Nigerians now, because of emotions now, they will say, okay, animals, you are giving regards or more importance to animals than human beings. Yes, to an extent, yes, they can say that, but we should look the other side of it. How important is this? Because it is now become a public health issue. And anything that has to do with public health comes first.
Mm-hmm.
It comes first, regardless of any other thing. Because you know the situation of the country. You think, say, if the government not come and come talk what they talk, so the Hausa man will get, or the Fulani people will get those animals, you think, say, they go bury those animals, they go sell them.
And that is how epidemic comes.
Exactly.
But as a daft mumu man, where very dark man be, you don't understand. As a daft, because the person where they send very dark man message, they don't tell them, they don't explain to them. They will just tell them go buy pepper.
Mr. Ben.
Yes, sir.
This this animal we are talking about, who is the owner of the animal?
They say that Fulani get them.
Just Fulani.
Yes.
Does not belong to any government.
No be government get them now. VDM problem is a government say they won't investigate them. Say why government say they go investigate animal where pie, where government they tell people may they protect themselves. How long have we been telling Nigerians to protect themselves? Recently, let me tell you how bad VDM is. Uromi. In Uromi, people pie. The second day, about 3 days later, police gathered all the vigilante and collected all of their weapons. In Uromi. Logic Man, did you remember that?
Yeah,
I think you sent me the link.
I sent you the link where the state government,
I'm going to play the link now.
requested
For all of their arms to be handed over. VDM no talk about it. Now in state, Edo state. Now APC state, you know consign them. When it come to PDP state, it get power. When it come to PDP senator, it get power. When it come to P2B matter, it get power.
You mean VDM did not talk about the incident?
Which incident? He didn't talk about it that the government is collecting the ammunition of the vigilante in that state. And make
supposed to protect their people.
And make them ready. Make them ready for whoever coming to attack them.
How does that make sense to anybody? It doesn't make any sense. These are some of the things that should hit the social media space with a lot of magnitude.
Mr. Logic.
Yeah.
You see, when it comes to Nigeria government, me, I cannot trust any of them. You understand? It might be on air that they collected their weapon, and behind that weapon is not collected from them.
It doesn't matter, but it was collected openly. The vigilante complained. Very dark man that is complaining about cow now should complain about that. Now, if the governor came and said, "Don't protect yourself," is that happiness for very dark man?
Well, MrBen, we can't judge very dark man on what he comments on and what he doesn't comment on. I mean,
I'm telling you,
he can't comment on everything now. Let's be honest. And I think also, I'll be honest, I think, MrBen, I'll be fair. I mean, I like to be fair.
Yeah, of course, that's what we stand for.
You were a bit unfair to the guy rescue that you took off. You know, I like to be in a place where everybody's opinion, until you prove to me, say you know get sense, I've always give you chance. Right?
Yes.
So I felt like the way you treated Mr. Rescue now, I didn't think it was nice because even if he's going off point in your opinion, I felt he was trying to give, and I think there was something.
It's a time waster.
No, Mr. Logic, you don't.
Mr. Logic, you can't say so.
No, Mr. Logic, you can't say so. No, you see, Mr. Logic. No.
Listen,
That's exactly what we can't do.
We're talking of current issues.
No, but you know sometimes
TV.
you need the history. No, wait now. Yes.
Let me tell you something. This is exactly what happened to me, and I know it was not Mr. Ben's intention to remove me on that day. Mr. Logic was the one that instigated it.
Now you want the point blame now.
Now you go.
No, but I know that Mr. Ben.
Mr. Logic, now you kill Jesus.
You know when you don't hear too many talk, you go so sometimes they're not really in the mood to hear all, you know. But I just felt that
Mr. Ben, don't let Mr. Logic corrupt you. Now then kill Jesus today.
According to
be honest. But that's all I feel, Sha, but it's fine. But
Bam TV.
Yeah.
We started a conversation before the guy jumped in. When the guy jumped in, he was beating around the bush. Then he take us to 3 people where they pie in 1984. Now, Bam TV, tell me what you concern me in 1984 for 3 people where they pie. Where they, Madam, hold on now. Bam TV, hold on. Bam TV, hold on. No. Before I stopped it, I'm already bored. And I don't have.
You see the small mistake where you make there, say, even if you did board, you feel just come up for this thing go even make tea, make you leave us, make we
on my program so that I can go and make tea.
Get more small disagreements on this matter. You see, I know it's your platform.
No. BAM TV.
No, you are just, to me,
I agree with you. I should have gone and make a tea.
You are the host there of a community. You're trying to build the community. So we're in a community here, even though it's online. And you cannot be in a community where the chief or the king, does not value, even every community gets this.
That person where you they talk, is not that person there.
I feel Mr. Ben, another thing I want to tell you, me and they do live. I just start live for my this thing. Okay, now only me they did it. I talk to myself tired.
I'm looking forward to join you.
Let me just finish. Sorry, Mr. Ben, just give me a minute. I go come talk to myself tired. I wonder what some people will come, they go listen, only me they go go. So my point.
So that is it that you are here to work or you said until they answer you?
We are here until they answer.
Be anywhere, they could be on anybody's live on TikTok now, but they chose you to be with you right now, and now a form of respect.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Humor everybody's small. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to say that I did not drop the guy based on anything other than we have a lot of current issue, and we are discussing about over 100 people that have been pied in the last 3 days in Nigeria. Now, for somebody to come on my platform and be telling me 1984, I know where they are going. I'm not going to entertain it. I'm sorry about that. That's my own.
Yeah, the thing is, we just need to understand that 5 people can be talking on the same conversation on one topic, but 4 of them are talking something entirely different, which does not really relate to the current discussion. So those kind of people, to me, I feel that time waster. That's how I see it. When you come on the platform, whatever the discussion on the platform, you should key on that same topic.
People come here sometime. People come here and say, Mr. Ben, last time I was here, you did me this. I asked them to remind me what we are talking about now. They can't remember. But they only remember the last time. And I'm like telling them, if you're on the comment section, before you request, you should know the topic. I've been to people's life. I wait. I will listen to what they're talking about. I will have my... Yeah, not you. It's happened a lot. So I remember... Bravo, I've already apologized. Then I remember I will go on the platform and I will say what I've already processed, what I agree with on what they're discussing, or what I think my point will be. This is better than to just jump up and say, I have a problem with you. Some people will go and watch my video that I've made like 4 weeks ago, and they've just watched.
He was telling us the history of that man, of the Sokoto man. They try to give us some history lesson there about something brigadier, something. I didn't understand it, to be honest.
Okay, at least you can agree. At least you can agree with me. You didn't understand it as well.
I knew that, but I feel like saying maybe they go somewhere with information. No, I personally didn't.
This is not a history. This is not a history class. This is a.
The thing is about what you concern Sudan and Sokoto to talk on social media. You not to say they don't engineer to come out because they're not saying a prominent person and he gets voice and he gets caliber of people in the control. So to me, I feel that he has been engineered to come because the narrative has already been pushed slowly so that people will not understand what is going on. At the end of the day, they're going to take this power from us.
They don't understand. When Sultan of Sokoto came out and say social media is the terrorist, that is the biggest labeling of social media. Now, who does it benefit? Now, it benefits the government that are trying to push social media bill through. Because the Sultan support it.
Mr. Ben.
Yes, sir.
There was a time the Oba of Benin was asked, who did he think they should vote for when Obaseki and Oshomole was fighting Enter to put their own mandate on the seat. Do you know the reply of Oba of Benin? The reply of Oba of Benin was, whoever the people want, they will vote for. You understand me? The Oba of Benin did not collect money and say, go and put so person there, or go and put so person there, or mandate anybody from Benin to say, this is the person we are going to He throw it open. He said,
Mr. Bravo, are you from Edo State?
yes, of course.
Listen to the video and listen to the voice I'm playing now, please.
Us, because we don't suffer for this work. Person like me, I'm 21 years in vigilante. Now, if you check this my hand, more than 15 bullets inside this my hand today. So, our divisional, we have been working with our police right hotel, our divisional GPO. We work it on the station, any area we receive any call, we move to make sure so there's peace. When there's problem in Upper Sakumba, that our DPO pull out, we call of us, we bring our house to support to assist the DPO to make sure so there's peace at Upper Sakumba. Now we don't collect our house. Anytime DPO call, not.
Did you hear that? The DPO in Uromi called all the vigilante and collected all of their weapons from them. Let me meet my brother there first. Did you guys hear that? The vigilante, the DPO in Uromi.
Mr. Ben, let me say something there.
Yeah.
You know you asked me to listen
Yes.
to the voice note.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned Upper Sakumba there.
Mm-hmm.
You heard of Upper Sakumba?
No, I don't know who he is.
Upper Sakumba is in Benin City. After Third Junction in Benin City.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If you are coming from Ring Road, you get to Third Junction. From Third Junction, you go to Upper Sakumba.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Upper Sakumba is different from Uromi. Where in specific is he saying they collected weapon from him?
Hold on. Listen again.
To assist the DPO to make sure so there is peace at Upper Sakumba. Now we don't collect our house. Anytime DPO call, not to assist. Many things have been happening around the environment. Around those.
Now we don't collect our arms. Did you hear that, sir? Now we don't collect our arms. Listen.
So that's why we the vigilante, we have been trained. They train us how to shoot, how to dive, how to do many things. After our training, they give us our certificate. So when people did come, he said, as a good citizen of Edo State, we use our hand, carry our hands, don't give her. After we don't give her, he come out.
As a good citizen of Edo State, they carry their hand, go hand over their own weapon. Are you listening, guys?
Yes.
For EBS, man at that time, say, is it easy to collect 2,000 something gun from boys?
Let me correct you there. Whatever he's saying does not relate to Uromi.
No. It's in Edo.
It's related to Benin City.
It doesn't matter. It's in Edo. That's why I asked you, are you from Edo State?
Yes.
That if the attack is coming, attack must not come to Uromi. It can come to anywhere.
You know, the first statement you made, you said when they collected weapon from the vigilante at Uromi.
Now you corrected me, but is it from Edo or it's not from Edo? Now you're going to hold that Uromi now and forget the bigger picture. Now, if do you think if the full,
I want you to understand something. Uromi is also in Edo State.
Okay.
You understand?
Thank you.
Uromi is the eastern part of Edo State. Where he is talking about is actually in Benin City, Edo State. Upper Sakumba is different from Uromi. So I don't want you to bring Uromi into this picture again.
Okay.
They collected weapon from the vigilante.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. With what happened? With what happened? Oga, hold on now. Let me ask you a question. With what happened in Edo State? Uromi says it's a local government in Edo State, right? It's a urban in Edo State. So with what happened in Edo, do you think Edo State should be on a security alert in general or not?
Of course.
Now, when a state commissioner called the boys in any local government in Uromi and collected all of their arms, what do you think about that?
First of all, Mr. Ben, I know you always point fingers. fingers at VDM.
I'm not pointing finger. I'm asking you, what do you think about that decision?
The decision is bad, and it is not on one man's head that everybody will rely to speak for everybody.
So when the Oga,
for ourselves.
Oga, I am asking you to speak for yourself now. I want you to speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Okay.
When a state is on the highest alert of security alert, and the police say the vigilante where they protect the people should hand over their ammunition, what does that tell you in a larger scheme of things? I don't talk about VDM now, you as a person.
What does it tell me?
Mm-hmm.
It tells me that, see, the only reason they took that decision, for me, the only reason they took that decision is for the Northerners to calm down. You understand?
To come where?
It was a bad decision. It was a bad decision. But the only reason I saw that they did that thing is for the Northerners to calm down, because the Northerners are angry that those 16 people that was killed, they need to retaliate. You understand?
How does that make sense, what you're saying, for the Northerners to calm down? You are retrieving arms from the people who are supposed to defend themselves. And you say it's making the Northerners to calm down. I don't understand that, because one thing you should understand also, you should look at the bigger picture, because if an attack should come on Edo State, it might not even come in Uromi. They can attack any other city.
I want to bring somebody very special in, please. Guys, hold on there. Akwa Ibom, sorry, I've just seen your comment now. Akwa Ibom, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Ben, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. In your observation on my private DM, you say, Mr. Ben, we should not give this too much relevance. Rather, this platform should be dedicated to critical discussion as always. I want to thank you for that. Sometimes I lost track in the conversation.
Yeah, please, because you're like making very dark man very relevant. We've been vested with discussing critical issues that add value to the society.
Yes, sir.
Like the Urumi case you're discussing now, and it's very important.
Yes, sir.
Why did they disarm the vigilante? It is to please the North, or the Fulanese, or the so-called hunters. That is to please them, because pleasing them means they will come back and attack armless vigilante, perhaps reprisal attack that will cause mayhem in this country. Mr. Ben, I was telling somebody today, when I had an opportunity to discuss with some folks who came to my office. I said, do you think what Tinubu had done in River State, he would have done that in the North? He can't try it.
Zero.
Can't try it. In fact, when Goodluck Jonathan declared the state of emergency, he couldn't suspend the governor. And by declaring the state of emergency, you cannot dismantle democratic structure. That is a very big constitutional flaw, that if we were able to have a National Assembly that is people-centric, not pocket-centric, mind my word and mark it very well. The National Assembly is not people-centric, rather they are pocket-centric. So that is why they cannot talk about principal officers, because if you say anything about them and against them, you'll be victimized. And you might be taken off of what they may call robust committee, or whatever name they want to add to it, So our biggest problem in this country, my brother, the lapses you see that very dark man, after looking at all those lapses, and he sweeps in and gather his popularity from there, he can as well either use that popularity for harm or for good. So in a nutshell, if, like we normally discuss, if the system allows the institution to work, then you'll be surprised that our democracy is gone. Because you can't imagine where the judiciary is being truncated. The judiciary is being malhandled, because it is the executive that determines how this case should go and how it should not go. So all the adjudications must be determined by either an influential executive also. You can imagine a former governor boasting that Fubara must come and apologize to
Hey.
him. Not to the people of Rivers State, but to an individual. And now you begin to wonder what is really going on. And they are now using a trajectory that if the president was on the part of Fubara to have declared a state of emergency and then suspend the governor.
Yeah, because that is.
Otherwise,
I'm so glad that you actually listen to that narrative that they're bringing out.
yes,
Because
yes,
they are trying now to protect the image of the president. Because I think
yes,
whatever he's sitting down now, he knows that he has made one of the biggest mistakes of his presidency. So they are trying to say, oh, if Tinubu did not do that, the House would have impeached him anyway. So Tinubu,
yeah. That is the narrative they are running with. Thank you, because I want you to reinvent your platform. Your platform, the discussions we used to have, is what actually attracted me. I don't do all these discussions on platforms, several platforms. Some they may invite me, I don't want to. Even when I was in Lagos, Daddy Freeze and the rest, I don't talk because some of them are paid agents. So what I wanted to understand is that your platform has been very, very objective. Don't dabble into issues of any individual. Let us handle critical issues. Thank God you have a platform that has vested interests of intelligent people. And of course, in this country, I want a situation where Ben's platform become a rallying point for any objective reasoning and critical discussion,
instead
which
of
it has always been.
narrow-sided thinking, yeah.
If it is not your platform, today we'll still be thinking that Andrew killed people or
Andrew
five
killed
people.
2 girls and chop them and chop the meat.
So
Supply
it was your platform that equally revealed who this so-called NGO or human rights activist is. I don't want to credit him by mentioning his name, So you were able to unravel them. Now take it. What they're trying to do now, for the first time, a sole administrator is summons an elected governor who has been suspended. And get the gist. They want to use that for the fact that you did not respond to the summon by the sole administrator. It means you were naive, you were stubborn. So for that reason, the emergency rule need be extended until you appear. They will condition Fubara to appear. And when he appeared, they have stockpiled allegations for him. And if he's found wanting, that means he could even be, I don't know, because I don't think the immunity still work now in Nigeria.
Can
If
I
they
ask you
want
a
to
question?
get you, they'll get you.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a question? Is this actually constitutional?
It isn't constitutional. Even the state of emergency can only be declared in a state of war. If you check the 305 they are talking about parading left, right, center, does not ascribe for a president or another to suspend another democratically elected governor. If Nigeria was a true federation, the president don't even have the right to intervene or interfere in the affairs of a state. You cannot see Donald Trump going to California or Atlanta to go interfere with what is going on there, except apart from mutual interest or paying of tax to the center. But in Nigeria, we are making a mockery of democracy and the institution that builds it. And so, in the case of this situation, what do? Have you not heard people declaring for the president that you have not seen? I told you the other time, a president went to France. The French president, who's supposed to have received him, went to Egypt.
Mm.
And then you could see, because they cannot tell us the truth, Nigerian people have been so hook-winged that they believe in so much lies. The presidency telling lies that somebody is going on a working visit to some other person's country, that the security is working, the institutions there are working, the judiciary is working, the legislature is working, everything there is working. You are going there for a working visit. Are you reporting what you're doing in Nigeria to Macron? You can imagine, see the irony. What you're doing in Nigeria, that you're supposed to have a town hall meeting in each of the states that you move about campaigning. Oh, what have I done to your state, and what is it that I have not done? Or what you would really want me to do for your state? You make democracy and you give power to the people. That is not happening, my brother. It is disheartening. It quakes. I mean, it makes sometimes I'll just tell somebody, I don't know when we're going to get it right. I don't know when you get it right. I was watching former governor of Ekiti State this evening, and I was so shocked and surprised that he was not even talking as a politician. He was talking as somebody who has been conditioned to speak the way he did. Mind you, a single individual in this country is controlling the presidency. He's also controlling the state. Ask why? Because he's very smart in rigging election. So if you touched him, it means you're going to lose election. Why? Because they are looking for power, not governance. That would have included the people, that would have involved the people, the needs of the people. MrBen, are you telling me that when Mr. Biden, the fire incident that broke out in
In
California,
California, yeah.
he had to suspend his trip in order to attend to it. In fact, when he wasn't around, the vice president then had to rush into California. What happened to Nigeria? Hundreds of people are being killed. The president is nowhere to be found.
In different states.
The police IGP went only to visit the governor, get his transport money, and went back. He did not even care to visit the scene of this incident, to even liaise with the people, perhaps if can gather some sort of intelligence. Where have you seen that in a country? So it is sad, my brother. What you used to say last year is really happening. You started saying that Nigeria is a joke, police is a joke. We have really seen it bend. That what do you prophesy? I don't know if the prophet it has come to pass.
It's literally, I've said it already. There's no solution. We are dancing around the corner. But do you see what is happening? I want your insight on what is happening in Plateau State. What is happening in Plateau State? Do you think they are creating a scenario for emergency rule in that place?
Yes, they want to set up the governor. Let me tell you the truth. The military, they know the problem. When you hear, I listened to Boala this evening when he said that the governor should be able to take responsibility. Are you telling me that the governor will call the military?
Sir, I want to stop you there, please. Bala was giving an interview and he said the governor of Plateau State should take responsibility.
Yes.
Now, sorry, sir. Logic Man, are you listening? Bala is asking the governor to take responsibility. But are they asking the governor of Benue State to take responsibility as well?
Are you asking me, Ben?
No, I'm communicating with Akwa Ibom.
Okay. Yeah, I've not that of Benue is not there. The only assignment that was given to the Benue government, despite the killing, was to stop Peter Obi from getting there. And they quickly instructed him that if Peter Obi should gain entrance into his state, his second term is in jeopardy.
So I just want to put something there because I want to work with the youth of Nigeria. I want to inform the youth of Nigeria. As much as I want to navigate my platform discussion from one enigma that basically have the attentions of the youth in Nigeria, who basically arrogantly came out today and said he's the president of the youth in Nigeria, which is a very, very insane thing to say. Now, the presidential spokesperson came out and asked the governor of Benue State to take responsibility for what is going on.
Governor of Plateau State.
Governor of Plateau State to take responsibility for what is happening there. Now, VDM came out, the self-nominated youth leader came out and say the governor should take responsibility as well. Now, if that don't tell you where this game is going, then nothing will tell us. Now, I want you guys to understand, youth do not have an opinion in Nigeria. Now, the reason I say this is there was a question that was asked of Atiku. Atiku was asked a question. Why is too old? Why is he contesting? Atiku say, if any young person want to contest, they are more than welcome to compete. It is a competition. Okay. Now, because they know our young people has been defeated, we have seen how many people were brought on this platform, whereby it is a shameful thing to have a reasonable conversation with them, because I don't see where it is possible for an individual with adult mindset to be worshiping one person and that person's opinion happen to decide everything he think about. I don't know what is happening. I don't believe in Ojuju, but this is looking so mystic for me in a way. It's looking mystic for me. And I am going to keep on saying this to people that we need to know who we are. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like it doesn't worth it. I feel like selling stuff on my account. I feel like doing TikTok sales. I feel like doing something else. Because yes, I feel like shaking yash. It doesn't make any sense because I don't understand where our people have gotten their reasoning and mindset from. I don't understand. Like, you can see the writing on the wall. It is clear where you are going to.
Mr. Ben, the day Nigeria happens to you, you may jump into the lagoon without knowing that you're jumping into the lagoon. You might thought you're doing jungle over in your bedroom. Because your psyche has been distorted.
Yes.
Your information machinery, the entire system has been disjointed. So you're no longer yourself. Whatever you're doing, you're just doing it for existence sake. There are those who don't even want to live any longer. The other day, I saw in the news that a young man committed suicide. What leads to it? When you don't have a government that is after the welfare of the people, as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic 1999 as amended, you become an orphan to your country, in your country. It's rather unfortunate because if we do not nip these on the board, I came in when you were discussing about Peter Obi, that is supposed to have fight for his mandate and the rest of the thing. Let me tell you something. A little time I know, Peter Obi married quite close to my village. And I can tell you for sure, Peter Obi is very intelligent. He knows Nigeria. Mr. Ben, if Peter Obi had made PIM to oppose and fight that result, even his wife, with what perhaps happened to him, the wife would have run away. Guess what? Those who used to move around Ekwere Madu, those who used to seek appointments, and of course relevant in this country through that man, what did we do with the UK government? Did anybody send a delegation, even the president, to go talk to the parliament or do one or two stuff to see if they can even remedy the situation, at least to reduce the sentencing? Nobody did that. The very few that did it were just shallow rooted, and that was taken off. Fine and good. The UK government do believe in some sort of law to the letter, but of course there should have been some level of diplomatic understanding if there was anybody fighting for it genuinely. Don't be surprised what is now doing now. They're trying to condition Natasha to let go the case, not just the case, for her not to talk anymore. Ask yourself what happened. Why must a country allow foreigners to come and exploit our gold in the north and other natural resources that are not even being calculated economically into the federal financial budget?
And that is the local content. And that is the local content she was the chairman of.
Yes. What happened to Ajakuta? Why is it that they don't want Ajakuta to work? If Ajakuta should work, those in government will not be able to import guns. They won't be able to import it because Ajakuta has what it takes for Nigeria to produce ammunitions and guns. Ajakuta has what it takes for foreigners to come get product for the manufacturing of cars. You know, I'm talking about even a plane.
We have a
They
steel.
know all of this. Yes, they know all of this. And you know, it's just like talking about petrol. Petrol cannot, I mean, they can't allow it. What Dangote is going to face in the nearest future because the cabal, you see what they said when they're talking about the CEO of NNPCL, reluctantly they relieved them. And when they relieved them, not just, I mean, relieved him, not just him alone, other head had to rule because that was the instruction. Ben, if you know what is happening in this country, sometimes you weep even while in your bathroom because there are those who are bigger than the law in Nigeria. When they tell you that we are equality before the law, it doesn't work in Nigeria. Let me shock you a little. Do you know that the Ajakoda Steel Company has the material for the production of Rolls Royce? Do you know that the Ajakota Steel Company has the material for production of bullets? They will not allow that to be done because even the agreement they had with the Russian government, that was included. And you know what they did? They had to bypass the agreement, go to India to bring in what do you call it? A half-baked fact company that does not have the template of what Ajakuta Steel stands for. And before you know it, they started extorting money from Jonathan, saying that they are going to settle the outstanding for whatever agreement they must have had. Money was in those people's pocket. Jonathan from the Niger Delta became the president by fiat, and he did not know the structure, the evil structure that are being led even in Aso Rock. And he wanted to please the North so that they can allow him go for second term. But what happened? Those in the North disappointed him because it was a calculated attempt to disappoint him. They took monies meant for people. They took monies meant for projects. They took money meant for security. He couldn't have said a word because what he was after was, let me furnish the North so that they can allow me to go for second term. And he abandoned his people. That's exactly what happened. But guess what Tinubu is doing? Tinubu is placing his people strategically in the EFCC, in the central bank, in the maritime sector, and the account. Everything he has dismantled the northern structure. That's why they are not happy. They want him out by all means. So the Tinubu government, you see, perhaps is a necessary evil. But it's
And
just like what Paul Apostle said, that he had in him the spirit of righteousness, but there's another member making him captive to the law of sin. So Tinubu is a necessary evil for now, because if you relate with people who are in government, who were in government, and they tell you what is going on in this country, then you might say you go and serve exile, you don't want to come back to Nigeria. They are afraid because Peter Obi will come in and dismantle all those structures, evil structures. They know it. And that's why the result you saw in Lagos was doctored. Peter Obi had over 1 million votes. Peter Obi had over even 1 million votes in Rivers State. Peter Obi would have been the president. So in order to dismantle his thought and pursuing the case in the court, they decided to bring Atiku closer to Tinubu and then make it a third position.
even Atiku know.
Atiku knows. That's why he was not really bothered about what's going to happen. And this time around,
he never
they may
fight.
give him, yes, they may give him some opportunity now to even come out again. Him come out is not to win. Him coming out is what I call political fantasy. In order to oppress whoever would have even come out, they will divide the votes.
And Tinubu will take the larger one.
Yes, Tinubu will take it. And Because what they know, they are afraid right now. Somebody was suggesting to me, my friend in the US he said, Ambassador, why is it that supporters of Obi does not advise him to take up Natasha as a running mate?
That's a joke.
I said, Natasha as a running mate. I said, don't blow by the wave of social media.
That's a
Mr.
joke.
Ben, you may win election on social media. You may have a popularity on social media. When it gets to the real deal, which is the election actually, nobody gives you a chance. Even people supporting you on social media will collect 2,000 and vote somebody you can never think of.
Yeah, that's a joke.
That is the Nigeria. So we've been conditioned into the realm of poverty
Akwa,
in order
Akwa,
for us.
thank you. Let me bring somebody up from TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Felix, are you there? Mr. Felix, if you are sleeping, we wake you up in Jesus' name. Yes, we're just discussing. I know you came late, but we've had a lot to say, and this is over 2.5 hours we've been here. Do you have anything to add into the conversation before we go?
I'm still listening to the conversation, and so far I'm enjoying the conversation, most especially the last person that spoke.
Yes, it's Mr. Akwaibom from Mandate from Nigeria, and he's on the YouTube with us. Now, I want you to say something. There's a video you made today where you are very, very critical about the position of the self-appointed youth leader on social media about Plateau State. That video is gaining a lot of attention because of the way you basically analyze it. Could you shed light on it for us, please?
Okay. The purpose why I even made the video was because I noticed a pattern from Very Dark Man. You know, the way he's so outspoken about other people that are not related to APC. You know, and when it comes to APC related people or issues, he has a way of, you know, maneuvering over the truth or trying to paint a certain picture, you know, trying just in a manipulative way, trying to avoid the truth or trying to avoid condemning outrightly anything that concerns APC. And he always has a way of painting this picture, this, you know, making it look nice or making it look unserious. Yeah, so there are a lot of examples. I mean, the issue of Abike is one of the least example I can think of. But let me just use that. Because Abike, I think she's a party person or she's politically inclined. You know, as the chairman of Nigerian diaspora, you know, she's not playing politics here in Nigeria. She's abroad doing you know, her thing. And the amount of energy Very Dark Man channeled to criticizing her was so alarming. Now, having realized that, okay, it's not Abike that was actually responsible for ensuring that trafficked children in Nigeria are brought back or even prevented from being trafficked in the first place. Having realized that it is the responsibility of NAPTIP, and NAPTIP as a government agency is under the Federal Ministry of Justice. And if you look at the hierarchical structure, it is very, very correct to say that the Minister of Justice has to be an APC inclined person for him to get that appointment. Either he must be an APC member directly or he has to be loyal to the current APC regime. And he did not come out with the same energy, you know, to criticize the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, NAPTIP, the head of NAPTIP, and relevant people that are heading these institutions who are, at the end of the day, working for the APC
APC-led administration,
who
yeah.
Who is an APC, representative. So he having realized the real authority that is responsible for this, duty, he did not outrightly condemn them the same way he did with Abike. There was a shift in energy, from abusing, harassing, and embarrassing Abike to collaborating with this agency and donating money to them. I saw it as a calculated attempt to manage the situation. Maybe he did not really know how these things work, but when he finally got to realize that at the end of the day, the blame will go to the administration, I think he on his own decided to, manage the situation well so that it will not escalate.
So he quickly diverted his attention and went over there to give them 20 million.
Yes, I think that was a way of a means of trying to manage the situation, trying to collaborate, trying to minimize the criticism towards NAPTIP and the necessary people that are responsible for ensuring that these children were not trafficked out of Nigeria in the first place. I expected him to outrightly condemn the same tone he was using to condemn the governor of Plateau State, who is a PDP member.
We expected him to come out, yes.
Yeah, I was expecting him to use that same tone he was using to condemn Ruben Abati as well, and other people that are not serving the interest of the
government of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was expecting him to channel that same energy towards condemning and criticizing the necessary institutions that are under this regime working.
In his justification, he said he never gave a reason why he gave them the money. He never tell Nigerians that this organization are funded with 16 billion of taxpayers' money. He never asked them that. He never asked them that question.
Yeah, I think it was it. He's a very intelligent person. That's one thing everybody must know, irrespective of the fact that he did not attend education up to the tertiary level. But he's a very smart person, and he knows all these things. But he just decides to not look at certain areas so that more problems will not arise, more questions will not be asked. It's a deliberate attempt, because this is the same person who is avoiding these things when it concerns certain people. But when it concerns others, he will bring everything he's avoiding about others out. So you cannot tell me he does not know what he is doing. He definitely knows what he's doing.
Well, I can tell you he has a whisper.
I give him scripts.
He has a whisper. And when you have a whisper, you are given a script how to respond to situation and which situation not to respond to. Now, if you realize his conduct, his main objective is changing the narrative on social media, altering the conversation we have and what people believes. And that cannot come from him. Unfortunately, Nigerians think that when we emphasize so much on his case here, we are taking it personal. Now, the job of a media is to inform the uninformed of the information they are listening to. Baola, who is a senior special advisor to the president, came out and condemned the Plateau State governor and say it is your responsibility to provide security for your state. Now, a lot of people have said, MrBen, why are you having a problem with VDM when he talked about Plateau State I don't. It's just I can see what is going on there. I literally can see it. It's changing the narrative for people. The governor came out and said the people of Plateau State should protect themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. The governor came out and said these cows that suddenly just pie, we need to investigate what happened to them. It's a consumable product. It has something to do with the health of the society. What is wrong with that? Now, very dark man problem is that why is the governor not saying I'm investigating the Fulani that pie the people? The governor told the people to protect themselves, and the governor said security situation should be beefed up in the state, and private individual should protect themselves. Lock your door, make sure you don't go out in the night. That is called protection. That is the responsibility of a chief executive of a state. Why do you have a problem?
Hello, MrBen. MrBen, you know why I laughed?
Yes, sir.
Nigeria is a theater.
Absolutely.
When you look at it, the more you look, the less you see. That statement that the governor of Plateau made, he wanted to attract attention because he knows too well that these guys, the vigilante and the community guys, have all been disarmed by the military. The military went to Plateau at a time that was early last 2 months, and then they'll search your house. In fact, the worst is for you to say that you are a hunter. I think I still have that news. Maybe I'll privately send it to you. So you now see that these guys have been disarmed. So yes, what you see in Plateau is called ethnic cleansing. What's happening in Plateau is political cleansing. Because they'll give you a template. The governor might not want to open up. They'll give you a template. If you come to APC, that will also force the president to send troops to your place. Ben, tell me in good conscience, people are being killed in, say, for instance, in New Jersey. And then the commissioner, the inspector general of police, New Jersey is not the seat of government. Maybe somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, yeah.
That's where he has gone to see the governor and consult the governor. And off he goes. He never went to New Jersey to feel the pulse of the people. What does that tell you? Is it that the governor will have to go beg, cap in hand, beg the IGP, whose responsibility is to keep to the security and safety of the Nigerian people? The military who are engaged. Okay, now tell me, the officers who are in the war front, how much feeding money is being given to them? I recall in this state when we had opportunity we got to know what was going on during the lockdown. The governor then was giving out 50,000 a day to the policemen. Ben, guess what they got? 1,500. I don't want to mention the name of the commissioner, but it has since been pushed away. I think it's been retired.
The police officer were getting 1,500.
Yes, from the 50,000 meant for them on daily.
Chai.
So you can also see the wickedness and the force. Okay, are you telling me that some of these military guys, if you meet them and they want to open up to you, they know you well, they will tell you nothing but the truth. My uncle died as a kopomopo. So I can tell you vividly that the rot in the system is so alarming. I don't want people, when you mention very dark man, I look at your level and his level, it makes me start thinking, Abi, what's going on? I don't want you, because We should not give
I
credence
actually
to that
know,
young man.
sir, I actually appreciate your advice. I actually know where I'm going to. I have an assignment with the youth. And I know the youth are easily swept away with emotion and sentiment.
Let me shock you with the Nigerian youths.
Mm.
The Nigerian youths are like ants. When you drop sugar, they will not go one by one. All of them will go and gather there until the owner of the sugar will come and crush them. That is who they are, my brother.
I know. I agree
So
with you
they are
totally.
like that until the very day you heard very dark man has hit them hard. That is when everybody, the internet will be bustling. They will say, very wicked. We didn't know. Oh, we thought we this. When we were saying that do not allow Jonathan to go in Nigeria, some youth were, you could even see the present president was there protesting. Does he allow protest? He will never allow it. Does he even honor protest? He will never honor it. When they came in through social media, what happened? Buhari wanted to ban social media. Lai Mohammed came up with all manners of tactics to get that slop. But that is the ladder they use in climbing to power. They use it against Jonathan very heavily. When Lai Mohammed will talk, you think that Jonathan is the worst devil on earth. But when he was met the Minister of Information, what did he say? Now they have gone. Nobody has remembered what happened between 2013, 2014, and 2015. We've all gone. That Occupy Nigeria came up in 2012. Where is Wole Soyinka? Where is Pastor Bakare? Where is Femi Falana?
Where's Enoch Adiboye?
Where are they? Nobody is talking anymore. Because even if you want to talk, the wife of the present president is a member of the Redeemed Church.
We're finished.
So for the fact that you have Redeemed in every 10 kilometer or 2-3 kilometers in Nigeria, the Redeemed will gang up again to vote for whoever is their pastor who is married to a president. And then at the end of the day, they do not look at the economic problem, because whoever is a GO is receiving money that you and I cannot even talk about here.
And he's telling them to go on a 100-day fasting.
Beautiful. They will tell you, they will use the prayer to deceive you, just like the white use the Bible to deceive us.
We're finished. We're finished. We're
Yes.
finished. I want to stop here because my time is short.
Okay, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
MrBen, the day they will write mathematics textbook in Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, the day they'll write science textbook in Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, just as it is done in China, the day they will write chemistry in Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, that is when Nigeria will begin to get sense. Ask me, why is it that if a Nigerian should leave these shores, they will go to, for instance, China or Japan, like Ekong that solved 50 years of mathematics equation, because he first of all studied Chinese and he was able to use the language to solve the equation. Here in Nigeria, it is only the Bible that we translate in several languages, and they give us that Bible to go and relax with it and forget about thinking about ourselves and the future. How many local manufacturers in Nigeria are being patronized? What model of car is the president driving? Where does he buy it from? When Innocent here is looking for customers, who would have gotten a template even from the federal government to look at the types of car you produced? But where we talk about American spec, how come we talk about American spec? How come we talk about British spec?
Because
so Nigeria,
just imagine if the whole Nigerian state governor, president, and the government is patronizing made in Nigerian car. Ghana, we can market it to Ghana, we can market it to Ivory Coast, we can market it to other countries and say Nigeria is using it, they can use it as well. And that is how we will get it all over. But our own is not even using it.
When Dangote's refinery was almost complete, What happened in Nigeria? They voted $1 billion on paper, and then an actual amount released before it even gets for the refurbishing of Port Harcourt refinery. Half of that money had gone into people's pockets. You know what they did? They wanted to shut up Dangote. And for the very fact that even when Davido's father ventured into electrical company to provide electricity in Nigeria, there are several ministers that refused to give him operational license.
Hey,
You know why?
go and ask for
Because
church. They'll give it to you. Church.
this is a dumping ground for generator. In some places, even before they take light, even in a place like Burkina Faso, before they take light, they'll give you 30-minute announcement. And I don't think up to 10% of that place, the population has generator. But in Nigeria, as I speak now, generator is running everywhere. And then we become a dumping ground. Check out your streets in Kogi. Check out your street in Lagos and Abuja. All the generators from China, second-hand generator, the Igbos have all brought them to Nigeria. So what a country are we talking about?
It's
So I
finished.
want us to engage in discussing by tomorrow, bring up a topic about this country. We can look into the economy. We can look into finances. We can look into politics. Let us free this young man because one day, now one day.
Thank
one
you.
day, one day, now one day. I
Thank
said, Ben,
you.
take my word. There's a day that the big breeze will blow the farmyard and
And,
you'll be shocked
and
what's going to
everybody,
happen in this
Akwa Ibom,
country.
you got to pray for me that I have the tenacity because I want to get rid of this guy from my mindset. In
Mm,
because as you said now, Nigerian youth are like ants. They will stick to that sugar until they lick it off, and there's no more leaking. So I understand you cannot push them away. I will try as much as possible to minimize how much of his topic become relevant on this platform. This
thank
platform
you.
is too good for nonchalant like him, if I may.
Exactly.
So we're going to be discussing more productive conversation. Etop, are you there?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. I've been listening to the intelligent debate going on, analysis going on by the ambassador from Akwa Ibom. That's very
Yes.
impressive.
Yes.
Just 1 minute to add to it before you wrap up.
Yes. Go ahead.
Like the first time I came onto your platform, I made it clear that the problem with Nigeria is in layers. The first layer, the layer which tends to affect us very that directly is the one we know, governance. But beyond it is the the new or post-colonial influence. And the very first layer out there is global power politics, which would never, if you study about global power politics, you would know that world power politics, world powers would never allow world power would never allow the emergence of another world power. There are two categories of world powers. You have what is called
Exactly.
potential world powers or world powers in at rest, and then kinetic world powers. The world powers we know, the US, China, United Kingdom, the France, Germany, Russia, they are all kinetic. The ones that we don't know are known as potential world powers. Nigeria is one of them. When you say potential energy in physics, it means energy at rest. Energy in inertia, energy at rest. Doesn't mean that it's not an energy. It needs a trigger. And that trigger is what they will never, the second layer of our problem will never allow, which is things like the Ajakuta steel dam, the 6 refineries we have, Dangote refinery. These are triggers. If all these things are put in proper shape and electricity is put in proper shape, Nigeria would just need 1 decade to transmutate from being a potential world power to a kinetic world power. And that is now when Nigeria can put out a nuclear weapon out there and talk. when the US is talking, or talk when UK is talking. But look at the issue here. Between 2011 to 2015, Nigeria was almost getting there. If you check the rapid increase of Nigeria GDP between these 4 or 5 years, you will marvel. We had a similar case, like I mentioned earlier, between 1960 to 1963. That was why there was a civil war, to destroy the miracle of the First Republic and the Second Republic, to destroy that miracle. Now, between 2011 to 2013-14, when they saw that the miracle was almost about to happen again, that was why the first time in history, terrorism started. Nigeria was announced a terror state. The first time in history. The first time in history. Because they needed something to upturn that miracle. That is an economic miracle that's about to happen. Now, in economics, in global economics generally, there are three spectra. The first spectrum is production. The second is distribution. The third is exchange. Nigeria will never occupy the first and the last spectrum. The last spectrum, of course, has been decided long ago by trying to remember all this conference. Now, the first spectrum is production. We can't be there. They will never allow Nigeria to be in that.
Are you talking about the Berlin conference?
Yes. Now, when you talk about the first spectrum, which is production, it has to do with conversion of raw materials to finished goods. Nigeria will never be there. And the conversion of raw materials to finished goods takes place in the factory. Now, the conversion of these finished goods into money can take place in Nigeria because they want to extract as much as they want. But that money can never be naira, because we don't have the global currency identity, which is dollar. We can never have it anyway. That is why they will never allow you. They will never allow you to trade in any other currency that's not dollar. So there is production, there is distribution and exchange. They will never allow us to control this production. The day we decide to produce, even if it's toothpick, that's the day you will hear that there's terrorism. The day you will decide to any form of action, whether it's governance or anything, in fact, that would make Nigeria to have any form of production function, will always be deconstructed. So, and the only thing they need is to put a puppet as a president. That's the only thing. If they will have a president that owns the country like Abacha, that's when you will know that there is trouble. And I keep asking people, why do you ever think that Abacha looted? Abacha did not loot. Go and research about sovereign wealth fund. Abacha invested in the sovereign wealth fund. They never looted. Why did they return it? They returned dividends. That's what I intend is dividends. But the Abacha had a problem. Nigeria did not have a sovereign wealth fund account until about 2003. That was when we invested in sovereign wealth. The sovereign wealth fund was where he was investing, but with his name, not the name of Nigeria. That was where the problem is. And well, I don't know why he decided to use his name, or does it mean that he ever thought, he had always thought he was.
But he never traveled. He used other people. Baguda is one of the ministers in Buhari's time, was one of the people. He used people to push this money across the globe.
Yeah, but then his investment in sovereign wealth fund is still what is spinning out till today. Now, the Nigeria that was in place between 1992, 93 till 1999 can never come back again. That was the time exchange rate stood. He commanded exchange rate. Technically, within the dynamics of economics calculation or fiscal economy, you cannot command exchange rate. Exchange rate should rest on the curve of demand and supply. But what he technically did was to command exchange rate by fiat. If you don't want to exchange in that exchange in that or in the declaration of the presidency. You kick away with your currency. That was what he did. For the first time in Nigeria, Nigeria was registered from OPEC. Nigeria got an economic oil exportation sanction. He got back and started the domestic refining oil. So anytime we have global opposition against Nigerian president as an individual, just like we have Barack Obama versus Obama, or versus Jonathan.
During the Jonathan, yeah.
Nigeria the president is doing well. The time we had the best economy since the Fourth Republic is between 2011 to 2015. That's why they said no, they wouldn't let that be. Not that Tinubu does not know what to do to make that. He knows what to do. He knows what to do. Not that Buhari didn't know what to do to make Nigeria good. He knew what to do.
But there's somebody pulling the string.
They couldn't have allowed it. He came over to London. I mean, Tinubu, I heard that he visited London from France anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I heard in the news.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, so since Keir Starmer came in as the prime minister, has he ever visited Nigeria? The Commonwealth has 46 countries. The Commonwealth has about 46 members of Commonwealth. Nigeria is the most populated, the largest in terms of anything you can estimate, both in markets. Why is it that Keir Starmer has not performed? Because of course he has Nigeria, he's stable.
Yeah, because what you have control over, you don't take it serious.
It's not a big deal for them. Power politics is the main thing that is holding on to. That's why it was decided. If you read the speech, go and read the speech presented by Harry Truman in 1947, January 20th, 1947.
Harry Truman, I know that guy.
Yeah.
It was when what is known as Washington Consensus was determined. I think that was in the fourth agenda. He said in that speech, he said the fourth agenda of development as we know it today. You know why I'm putting all these things down is because
I'm here, I'm listening.
Politics, I study development, and I understand the fact that the structure of the world is in two phases, or it's in two sectors. There are countries that produce, there are those that consume. You can't ever be the both at the same time. And any country that occupies both jurisdictions at the same time is very powerful. That's why the US is scared of China and India. Why? Because what it takes to be a great power are two different things. Number one is population. Number two is economy. And when you have that economy, you are able to produce, you are able to distribute your production and have people buy them. Your population can do that without relying on global alliance.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing there is the military. The country that had the largest military for 1.3 is China. They had the largest military for 1.3 million. It's China. China had the largest military, boots on the ground, followed by, I think, the US. Now, you wonder, why is it that China is a problem? Because the estimate in terms of military formation is that potentially 20% of every country's population is potent to be in its army. 20% of every country's population. Nigeria has about 300 million people. 20% of Nigeria's population will be within the region of 40 to 60 million. If Nigeria is able to explore its strength in terms of military strength, Nigeria will be a threat to the world, not only a threat to Africa. Which is why they know that if a leadership is able to harness population of Nigeria and harness its economy, remember the economy we discussed about is the production and the distribution capacities, which Nigeria has. If Nigeria has a leader who has the ability to explore the production capacity, explore the military capacity, Nigeria will be a threat to the world. Which was what Libya was almost becoming. Libya was almost getting there. That was why they eliminated Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
That has such a potential will always be a threat to the world. I wish to drop my mic here for another person to speak, please.
Okay, my own conclusion before we retire to bed is MrBen to think, why is it that Niger Republic, that is Nigeria is supplying electricity to, have constant power supply, yet Nigeria that is doing the supply don't have. I doubted it until I traveled to Niger to discover that we are the ones supplying them with electricity. We don't have 24-hour power supply, but we are giving them
The country
24-hour
you're
supply.
supplying have.
So the country that supply the power don't have light, yet the country they supply has light. What an irony. Just like our brother has spoken. He has spoken very well, and I wish Nigerians will have this kind of mentality so that you know what is to befall us. There are things we cannot do. The Jakarta issue, I will shock you. If Natasha is not careful, if she still insists in that Jakarta seal, she may end up having a whole lot of problems. Now ask yourself, why did they remove somebody who was doing very well in that local content? They removed her.
They removed her.
Somebody that was coming with results. She presented when Naaba, or what's his name, was the Speaker of the Federal House. She delivered a paper, and of course, the members were astonished with the fact she doled out. Why did they send her out of local content? Somebody who came with a result. She traveled to Russia. She met people that were ready to improve upon that company. And then all of a sudden, the Senate found her unfit. And then they removed her and put her in foreign affairs. Ask yourself all these critical questions, and you'll come to realize that Nigeria, we are not ready to work. Okay. She was very intelligent. She also went on fact finding. She got to know how much money was paid and so on and so forth. All of a sudden, you push her out of the local content.
I think
Who is in that local content now that is talking about Jakarta Steel? Nobody will talk about that place.
I think this guy that is there at the moment. I think the problem of Nigeria is this: we don't like honesty. Now, Mr. Etop, what I can't even over appreciate you for the way you basically give us that historical analysis of what is going on and the background of why the country cannot move forward until we, the people, or the decision is made within the country. And that's why sometimes I come here and I go mad. I'm like, I think we need a military. I think we need a military because democracy is not working. We are not ready to be consensus to agree to a decision to save ourselves. One of the biggest challenge of Nigeria is ability to provide for itself, which is food. We have the land. If we can look inward, for example, if we have somebody like Ibrahim Traore in Nigeria right now, who is brutal, select some group of people that is, okay, we're going to sacrifice our life for this country to make it work. We'll have a result. Now, we are already completely divided by the way the geographical setup of Nigeria, when you talk about the north, the east, the south, and all the language that's involved, then compile with religion. Now, the colonials are no longer with us, but all of their traces is with us. The way they envision Nigeria, we carry it like that on our shoulder, and it can never work. And that's why when you see Natasha trying to act the way she acted, she's been naive in the eyes of those people. She's naive. She's not going according to the program. Now, on this platform, we don't go according to the program. Nigeria will not work until we look inward and said, okay, we have the biggest population as a black people. It's an advantage for us to stand for ourselves. If Nigeria decides to stand for itself today, the whole Africa will support. Some country across the world will say, yes, it is high time. Individual across the globe, it will be high time for an African country to stand, and no country can do that than Nigeria.
Exactly.
We've already have the advantage to stand for ourselves. We have it. Burkina Faso is a small country. So Burkina Faso is not the size of Lagos. The whole world is praying for Burkina Faso today, because for the first time in the history of Africa, you see a leader that is ready to die for his people. That's why I always refer to this. I read this book to detail.
Okay.
And when Thomas Sankara, the vision that Ibrahim Traore is bringing out is exactly the vision that Thomas Sankara speak on in 1984 at the UN when he spoke there. Then when you talk about Kuma, the Ghanaian scholar who wanted to liberate Nigeria.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the history of Gaddafi, the agenda of Gaddafi, what Gaddafi wanted Africa to look like. Now, I saw an interview on a Fox News yesterday on my feed, where Carlson was asking American former diplomat. The guy said, I went to Gaddafi. Gaddafi wrote me a handwritten letter and said, I want to resign. Let Africa be. Let my country be. And Hillary Clinton said, no, Gaddafi must be destroyed. Now, they've destroyed Libya. Where are we today? Where is Libya? Now, Nigeria as a nation can liberate itself, but it cannot come from a civilian rule. And that's why we need to start advocating, in my own opinion, for a reasonable set of patriotic that love this skin, that is in the military, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. Read the history. Take over the country, please, guys. It's not going to work. Now, people will arrest me. It's a treason preaching for
Mr. Ben.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, let me interject a little bit. Asking for military rule is not the kind of military we have in Nigeria.
No, I am not talking about, sir. I'm not talking about the military that is normal military. I'm talking about set of group of people that have a mindset to save our nation. Now, I have listed a couple of stuff. The public, when I mean the public, I don't mean Nigeria. I mean worldwide would be happy if Nigeria is saved today, apart from the government.
No, you're wrong a little bit. Let me keep it something.
Let me allow
the
it
whole
to
wide world. They can never be happy for Nigeria to be liberated.
No, I don't mean the government. I mean the liberal. There are
the liberal-minded,
the liberal-minded
of other
people in the world. The liberal-minded in the
exactly. Liberal Nigerians are not even in Nigeria.
I don't mean, sir. Let me finish it, because I can I can be quoted wrong on this one, because what I'm saying now, I will go to jail for this. Okay.
Nobody will jail you.
I know you meant what you meant is not really a military in terms of uniform military.
No, I mean patriotic.
Which is liberal, you call it in democratic studies.
Yes.
Liberal dictator.
A liberal dictator.
Before you have that, you must dismantle INEC.
No. INEC will be irrelevant. When Burkina Faso took over, when Abacha took over, when Babangida took over, the whole of the structure of political party went silent. Now, if we would have had people that have this and say, we are looking inward. Let us cut off everything. If we are going to perish, we're going to perish as a nation. We're going to provide our food. If we eat yam, which is growing in Africa for the next 100 years, we will eat yam. Yam, only yam. If we eat cassava, we will eat cassava. If we eat rice, we will eat rice, the one that is produced on the ground. So the tubers of yam is that you eat the top and you cut the bottom and plant it. It's already a God-given ability to reproduce and eat. The nature have already given it. You raise a chicken, you allow the egg to hatch, and you produce more chicken. Now, any country that can provide food for itself, that country can be independent of any influence. Who need the aeroplane? We are in our country, we decided we are okay. North Korea has been under sanction for over 30 years. Let me tell you today, park a ship in Lagos today and say it is heading to North Korea, and they're going to do hard labor there and earn money. That ship will be filled up in an hour.
Exactly.
Facts.
I mean, North Korea.
Yeah, facts.
Put a ship in Lagos today and say this ship is heading to North Korea. Oh, when you get there, you walk in prison, you will clean old people nyash. It is free of charge.
You're going too far. Just talk about Libya here. You're going too far.
All you need to do is to enter the ship. Let it be what is that movie name? Atlantic. What is that? What's that movie? That's Titanic. Titanic. Let it be Titanic. And no sea. Pastors, teachers, lecturers.
Ben, go and sleep.
I'm lying. I'm not joking. This is serious. No, this is serious. This is serious.
Ben, you want me to cry?
No, I'm not. This is the situation you are in. This is the situation.
You're correct.
I'm already a citizen of this country. I'm telling you the truth. Yes, go ahead.
Like you said, if they bring a ship now and say let's move to North Korea, I bet you half of the country will go, if not all. You understand? Because I was in one day, I was like, who goes to Pakistan? You understand?
I think I have made a mistake.
Pakistan to do what?
Frankie, I think I made a mistake.
There's something in Pakistan.
What is there?
Frankie, I think I made a mistake. Let me repeat myself again.
Okay.
Russia is going through war right now with Ukraine. And I am telling you, if you park at a Titanic ship and say you need young people to go and fight in Ukraine against Russia, even when they know they will be died, they will go. That ship will be filled up. Again, let me tell you something. If I have 10 visa right now to UK, 10 visa, 10 guarantee, and I said, this is Mr. Ben, there's 10 visa, and I open a private Instagram account and say, this Instagram, you only enter here if you agree to this situation. Bring your mama head. The first 10 people to bring their mama head. I'm not joking now. When I think that a joke, I said the 10 people to bring their mama head in 24 hours. We get this visa with their family to move to London. This place, when they tell me, say, man, I return back to Nigeria for. You know, some people, they tell me, no, I come back to Nigeria. Say, when I go move. When I no go get job, when I come find job for myself. Find house where when I go live. I swear to God, by the time the 24 hour is clocking, I will have 100 head of people's mama head.
Mr. Ben, can I say
Even more.
No, hold on. Because this is a powerful statement I made. I want Nigerians to take this in. You don't make this kind of statement. This is the worst of the worst. But I can tell you, if you are guaranteeing Nigerians, they will get a visa, and you say it's only their mama, People will be like, if I buy my man, I'll bring the head. I can train my sister. My papa can chop. They will think about their option overnight and they will carry knife to go and chop their mama head.
But this is where we belong. This is where this platform belong. You see, you have.
Go ahead, sir.
I think you lost the network.
So they can do it for Syria. I have something to say actually. I have something to say.
Oh, can she give me some time?
Yeah, the YouTube. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. If you unscrew the mindset of Nigerians, look at what you have just done now. You've dropped a bomb, not even a time bomb. It's a bomb that is predicated on facts. And if you check your history very well, what you're saying now is what has made our young girls to pass through the desert, days without water, days without bed, days sitting on top of a truck.
Or to get to Europe. I think he just lost his network.
He lost his network. But
So can I speak?
yes, go ahead. Frankie, go ahead. Frankie, you want to go ahead? Frankie, go ahead before Akwaibon come back.
Okay, just give me like 2 minutes. Let me just quickly digest. You were saying that if you bring 10 visa, ask them to bring to come to UK, but the only condition is to bring their mama head. They will do it. I think Syria is too much. Sorry, UK is too much. If you tell them to come to Syria, with 10 visa, they will do it. How much more UK?
Frank, you're a savage. You're a savage.
No,
you're a savage.
I'm serious, sincerely. So my question right now is, our youth are not actually interested, because when I was in this life, I saw 72 viewers. But when we started talking important things,
No, they are gone, no.
Yeah, they left. I was just observing the viewers. So I was like, so our youth are not truly interested in all these politics things. So how do we liberate ourselves from these leaders? So my solution, I don't know, I'm naive, I'm just
I think they're more interested in...
I'm just trying to collect some wisdom from you guys, especially Mr. Ethiopia and the YouTube guy. My own solution that I think will work for Nigeria is we divided the country into 3 places or 4. That's the only place it can work.
It will not still work. They will still
work, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. When we have a general president, then we have a regional president too. At the end of the day, they will be doing competition with themselves. Understand? It will work, definitely, because Mr. Ben is talking about military. I think the military people, they are corrupt. They can't take over Nigeria. They are corrupt. They are.
Can I analyze your point, madam? You made
Okay,
a very,
sir, go on.
I
love when you speak.
You made a very brilliant point. Well, let me tell you something. Well, though I would partially agree with you about, you see, there are 2 schools of thought in governance, okay? Nationalism and globalization. These 2 schools of thought do not agree. Whatever thing, nationalism is the opposite of globalization. Anywhere in the world that you find a nationalist, IMF will go against him, the World Bank will go against him, the United Nations will go against him. For instance, Russia, Putin. For instance, Trump of America is a nationalist. For instance, Muammar Gaddafi. For instance, Abacha. Any leader in the world that advocates for protection of his own interests, the interests of his people, will come across opposites to the global agenda.
Yes.
That has divided the world, like I said, into those that produce and those that consume. Nationalism is against globalization. And one way Nigeria can be, that's why if you look at some countries, you call them nation states. Countries that have gone through some form of metamorphosis and have become a nation. They have fought wars together. They have made peace together. They They have dyed their minds together, killed each other together. For instance, the Great Britain.
And America.
The Great Britain is a good example.
And America.
Of a nation.
And France.
Yes.
They are all friends.
Together. They are all nation. They have bonded to be a nation. Nigeria has not even gotten to a quarter of that stage of forming together to be a nation. But before then, if you look down to the not sub-nationals, Nigeria has nations within its sub-national configuration. These nations are as old as 500,000 years. The Opobo Kingdom, for instance, is a good example of a nation. The Benin Empire, the Benin Kingdom, sorry. These are nations that can, if you leave them to go, give them all of the powers to produce, all of the powers to lead themselves, they can produce weapons of mass destruction. Do you know that after the Civil War, immediately, of course, during the Civil War, the Biafrans were supported by France, Nigeria was supported by Britain. Now, the French military supplied equipment to Biafra. But they discovered that after the war, the Biafrans were able to reproduce
whatever they got from France at the time.
They multiplied it. They were able to reproduce technologies, old machines. Of what they supplied to Biafrans were old machines. Now, if you check there was a meeting that was held at White House shortly before the end of the war. The meeting was led by a Nigerian diplomat, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which was Dr. Okoya. Dr. Okoya Ribo is across Siberia, who was then the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He's a British trained lawyer, schooled in Oxford.
Guy, you guys have to make it run. I'm going to the club. It's Friday.
Oh, okay.
It is 12 o'clock. You see, I even rub cream on my. I'm trying.
So in conclusion, the nationalism approach which Madam has subscribed will not be within regions. It will be within over 200 nations that made up Nigeria, who we are all killed by, let me use the word, we are all by and cemented together to make up Nigeria. A lot of people were by just to make sure
that nation become one.
Yeah, to become one. So if you're talking about this integration, it won't be on the basis of the composition as we know it. Even that composition, you look at the East, the West, these are British creations. They were never the creations of the nations, the real nations, the aborigines of the place today we call it. So if you're talking about this integration on the basis of nationhood, it's going to be hundreds of nations, sub-nations that made up the country called Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
I have a good point.
I want to Logic Man, do you want to say something?
Anyway, I think I don't know if I'm the one to say something.
Now, Felix, you are rounding up. Oh. Me, I must go and dance tonight. I have my look at my shoe.
I know you want to go to club. I know you do now, so I know I've already seen you.
I beg Franca, be mechono. Na Miki Jesus. Na Miki Jesus. Na Miki Jesus. Na Miki Jesus.
Etio just said what I said sometime last week, that the solution to our problems is not dividing this country into different regions. We are already divided.